and Toga, SRS runway, auto thrust is blue. 80 knots, thrust set. 5500. 31. Rotate.
Okay, just double checking my schedule. Okay, let's go. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Man, I am fired up for today's stream. I can't wait. I am excited. So many exciting things about to go down, both in personal life and in sim life here as we get ready to fire up the sim. Kind of go hand in hand, really. I picked a I don't know if America West ever went San Diego to Burbank. I doubt it. So as far as the route is concerned, it's not probably going to be super realistic. However, why I'm very excited is because my very first trip back in the great state of Texas, I am touching both San Jose, San Diego, and Burbank. So, not necessarily in that order, but I figured today's stream, we're going to max up the juice on the West Coast, Best Coast. We're going to fly from San Jose down to San Diego, get a little juicy approach there over the hills. After that, we're going to do a quick turn on these IAE engines. We're going to see what the temps do here as it is getting close to summertime weather. Quick turn out of San Diego, take it right up into Burbank, because I haven't landed in Burbank since I was based in Texas. So it's been probably over a year, well, definitely over a year now, since I've been out there in real life. So I figure why not give it a shot here. Wow, look at this Southwest taxiing behind the airplane there. Oh, look at that juice. What is that? Confederate? What livery is that? Union Justice Confidence. Is that Baltimore or something? I don't know what that is. Some geese on it. I don't know what livery that is, but that's freaking awesome. Good to see that traffic taxiing by. Anyway, I'm just fired up, y'all. I hope you're fired up. Got 2 more days here streaming before I pack up the simulator, and it will be sayonara until I don't know when. I'll be pumping out some content. I just don't know when the next live will come after. Probably tomorrow is when I pack it up. Picked up the U-Haul today. The pod is almost always all loaded up. So a lot of stuff happening, a lot of stuff going down. Louisiana 1. Oh, okay. I was actually going to have a Louisiana trip on Friday, but I swapped it out for Burbank, San Jose, and San Diego. So nevertheless, enough about me. How are y'all doing? Hope you are well. Glad to be back. There is no Fly Live overlay today, guys, because let's be honest, I'm tired of Fly Live. It's not working. And you know, I noticed, I was watching some XP72, and his sim link was also, like, stopped giving the updated time. So I don't know if there's something going on in the sim as of late where, like, I don't know if it's SimBridge or whatever, like, just, so I don't know. You know where we're going. I'll leave that pinned message up top there, San Diego, or San Jose, San Diego, Burbank. That is our route of flight. If you want the actual route, you can just type exclamation point route. Fractality is probably never updated, but the problem with mine, Fractality, the FlyLive that is not supported anymore. So there is no updates for it, and the dev stopped supporting it quite some time ago. So we're just going to roll without it. I don't know. I figure, like, you get a full screen environment. Maybe it's better, maybe it's not. Probably looks less professional, but I mean, now you get to see the whole screen. We do have our mini FCU up and running. Fractality's going to get mad at me because he said no to the CRTs, so I put the CRTs on this one here. Why not? Old school America West Cactus. I know a lot of you, this CRT mod gets a lot of hate. I know it, but I just like something different. So guess what? We all have opinions, and we're all entitled to our own opinions, and they all stink. So just happens to be my show today. We're going to rock these CRTs. Sorry, Fractality. Still love you, though. Brain Aviation. V1, yes, I am moving, dude. I'm moving back to Texas on Wednesday. We close on the house Tuesday. We'll get up at 2 a.m. on Wednesday morning and make the drive. So, Micah Messer, good to see you. You can always use Volanta. Maybe, Micah Messer. I'm thinking that might be the future for the live. We shall see, though. I'll probably look into that here in a little in the future, but I think you're right. I think that's what we're going to be headed down that road. Flight Sim Guy says hopefully you can get Sim Update 15 soon. I read the delay is due to issues on the Xbox end. I say screw Xbox and give us Sim Update 15 now. Well, you know what, Flight Sim Guy, if you've been around since Microsoft launched, one of the first things I said about MSFS was I wish they would separate the Xbox and the PC. Now, obviously, business practice, not something wise to do because Xbox is where the money is made. So while I understand it, I wish it didn't have to be that way because I knew from the very get-go that it seemed like Xbox was going to be kind of a hold it back a little bit in certain instances. But with that being said, I also got to admit, I'm actually very impressed with what some of these developers have done in creating airplanes that fly on Xbox. I mean, more power to them, spreading the love of aviation to people with Xbox. Yeah, it's, you know, got a stigma to it. You're not the hardcore PC simmer, but they can still have fun, and it is what it is. But I do wish there was a way to separate it. Anyway, it kind of bothers me how the eCams are off-center. Is that how it is in real life? Off-center? What do you mean? They look pretty centered up to me. Might just be my camera view. Oh, between these knobs? I actually don't know, man. But now that you said that, now I'm going to not stop looking at it. Daggone it. Why you got to say something like that, Kyle? Jeez. Crosswind, good to see you, man. Good afternoon. Have you looked at FSI? I have not. I would be willing to share its functionality, maybe something users on the channel may enjoy. Crosswind, I know there's been some talk about it in the Discord for V1 channel. I haven't looked into that stuff yet, but I tell you what, I'm not going to be diving down anything new right now. Once I get settled again back in Texas, then it's about time. It'll be new sim time, Microsoft 2025, 24, whatever it's called. New sim, new HQ, new PC, and we'll be starting fresh. But for the time being, you're probably going to get some recorded content. Hopefully, we'll still be able to do some live podcasts because we've done a ton of them recently. But anyway, let's go ahead and fire this puppy up. 2 legs today, going to be a juicy route all the way down and back up. Batteries 1 and 2. I did fly the Airbus last night. First time in about 10 days. Oh, listen to those gyros. So much juice. All right, here we go. Let's power it up. Gosh, the sounds are so good on this airplane. I did fly the Airbus last night. I posted my landing rate and G-load in the Discord. I was actually impressed with my landing considering the conditions and considering I hadn't flown in 10 days. 1.1 G, and it was a 76 feet per minute or something like that was the landing rate. I did a full manual approach, no auto thrust, no autopilot, from about 5,000 or 6,000 feet, and just flew the vector down, went into Minneapolis, landed on runway 35, which is, I haven't landed on 35 in a very long time. Matter of fact, I can't tell you the last time I landed on runway 35 in Minneapolis. I know it's not the first time, but it's been a very long time, so it's kind of a new one, getting vectored for the 35. Nice crosswind from the left, gusty winds. Had a heck of a gust right over the threshold. Had me come in a little bit flatter than I wanted because I didn't want to float it out. But I did go, after I got back home from flying the Airbus, I got it in my sim at midnight, fired up my sim. I did a landing in the Tolis 319. I did a landing in the Fenix 320. I gotta tell you, you guys aren't gonna like what I'm about to say. I enjoyed the Microsoft Flight Sim landing more. I don't know if it was just that environment. Maybe it's because it's a 319 versus a 320. I don't know. The Tolis is great, but the Fenix, man, it is no slouch. It is, I mean, it's the closest thing that I've ever flown on a home PC to the real airplane. Like all the sims, you know, we've had P3D, we've had FSX, X-Plane, all the sims. And with what Fenix has done in this 320, is it exactly like the real airplane? No, it's not exactly like the real airplane. Nothing will ever be exactly like the real airplane. But it's pretty daggone close, and I love it. RC Flyer, thanks for the support, man, of 25 months. I appreciate you. No matter V1, be it Georgia, Texas, or Antarctica, as long as you make content, I'll support your channel. Thanks for what you do. RC Flyer, very kind of you, sir. Thank you so much for the support, my man. I appreciate that. Thank you for the 25-month support. I really, really do truly appreciate that. All right, chat, let's fire this bird up. Crew supply, ground control, CVR test. And let's get 1, 2, 3. That's going on. TTO -8. Nav position 1. Armed emergency exit lights. Fire test. Also, the first officer I flew with yesterday. Awesome dude. I really, really enjoy going to work when he's on the schedule. He's you don't realize how much of a difference it makes when you fly with people that you not just get along with, but people that you truly, really like. I truly, really enjoy flying with him. It was a great trip. We had some weather. We'll talk about that. We did a little dispatch shenanigans. I'll get to that up at cruise if we have time. But let's go ahead and get this bird fired up here. I can't go back to the tools because of how well the model got. Drat man, I'm right there with you, man. I tried. I didn't judge it on visuals, obviously, but you're absolutely right. If you fly the Fenix long enough, gosh, it's hard to fly anything else. It really is. Because this looks, when I move this camera back here like this, if I were to take a screenshot and just send it to someone real quick, I mean, you'd question, you might have a question that, is that real life? Is that a real picture? Or if you show it to someone who's maybe not a simulator fanatic or anything, or flight sim enthusiast, they might be like, oh, is that real? You know, where if you show them the X-Plane, man, and looks aren't everything. I get it. Looks aren't everything. Dang, it looks good. But from the objective standpoint of just how the landings felt, and it is kind of I will have a better comparison, and I promise y'all, I will make a head-to-head video when Fenix releases a 319, because in all fairness, the 319 lands different than the 320. And I landed the 319 in X-Plane because there's no 320 CEO. I wanted to have IAE engines and have kind of the same, you know, sounds and everything like that. So I went with the 319, and it's not like a head-to-head yet. When we get the Fenix 319 or the 321, then I will promise you I will make head-to-head videos comparing the two. But right now it's just kind of hard because we have a 320 Classic and a 320 Neo and X-Plane. It's like, they're similar, but they're not the same. They're not the same. Are you still rocking 20 with SDS? Captain Jack, I changed it for this particular flight. I'm rocking 15 curve on this one. Because I felt like last night, that's one thing I did change. I felt like 20 curve was too much, you know, after I got out of the real airplane for having been in it for so long. So I threw in the 15 curve. All right, we need to initialize this. We need to. Why do we have radio on? What radio is talking to us here? What are we listening to? What are we tuned into? 24. How are we on? How are we receiving a radio? You guys, how are we hearing radio sounds? There's nobody on 22.8. I mean, I shouldn't be listening up to anybody. All right, we have multiple centers to call here. I do have a clearance. San Jose, Spartans 1. All right, let's finish. Let's load up the airplane first. Let's go. And SDS is on, correct. Not for the rudders, though. Not for the rudders. I'm just texting the controller. Okay, here we go. San Jose, San Diego. We're operating as Cactus, America West 357. Cost index, we're going to go 25, a little bit slower. We filed 370 on the cruise altitude. There's our flight plan uplink. Let's get the weather here. I do, Team Vodka. I have the CRT mod in because I wanted to piss you off, my man. John, you're flying the 7.3 with the 60s livery. I love it, dude. Why are we getting radio? I'm receiving on 21.5. Why is he transmitting on guard? Why is someone transmitting on guard? Alright. Let's go. That's what it was. That controller is transmitting on guard. Weather request. But John, I love that you can fly the old liveries with that 600. That's one of my reasons why I have that airplane. We'll get the weather request. We're probably going to be departing, well, I know San Diego, we're going to be landing west, so let's work from the back. We'll go LOC 27. Maybe we'll do an old school LOC, straight up LOC approach. Our flight plan, we filed the COMEX 2 arrival off of the LAX transition, so we're going to go COMEX 2, LAX, approach via Lindy. We won't go all the way out there, but that looks good. We have weather, received messages, weather data, 140 at 610 miles and clear. We want to clear this right now. 24 for push. San Jose ATIS says 30's in use, so 30 left. Runway 30 left and 30 right. We're going to hopefully get 30 right. Right? Is that what we want? 30 right. Let's go over here to our Jefferson. Nope, not that one. You're on guard. All right, San Jose Mineta Airport. Ground charts. Taxi. 10-9 even. 30 right is what we want. Correct. So San Jose 30 right, and we're on the Spartans 1. And we're going out to the Valerie transition. We'll insert that. That looks good. Quick secondary. Let's initialize SJC to SJC. Boom. Nope. 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 SJC to SJC. And then... Wait, what is it? How did I screw that up? SJC. I actually have a San Jose overnight, which I haven't had a San Jose overnight in a very long time. So I'm kind of excited. Very excited for this. Faking the old US Air 600? Yeah, I do the same thing, man. If we have to come back, we'll do the ILS 30 left. Secondary perf data. We'll scroll this over here. We'll clear out the winds. We just want the very basics in here. Barrel ref. If I hit magic barrel ref key 1017, 3013, it's about 100 feet, so let's just call it 210 on the barrel. Look it up in real life. Temperature off the ECAM is 18. And we are, what did I say, 3003. Secondary is done. Radnav, nothing to hard tune yet. We might change that though. We'll put, I keep forgetting the S. KSJC. That's there. Prague Perf and Knit B. We'll leave you there. We'll go over to the Ground Service. Let's go to, actually, let's get out of here. Let's go Phoenix, my flight, Ground Service. Mass and balance. 109 load aircraft from GSX. It's going to do its thing. I'm not going to touch a thing.
Refueling truck
Refueling
is,
is coming up. NorCal
Please
approach
don't load
3395. Do I have to
aircraft
call
until the fuel
approach if
truck
I
arrives
already
and
got
ask to do it.
a PDC? I don't think so. So we've got 5,000 on the FCU. So we'll set 5,000 here. 5,000 is set and a good squawk code. Oops, wrong button. Sorry for the camera movement. Squawking 3760. Put that on above the squawk. Wow, look, you can barely see it because of the sun. That is so true. I want to put my hand right here so I can see that. That is real life. Absolutely love that. With a PDC, all you do is push back and request taxi. Oh, I was going to talk to my buddy up there in control. All right. San Jose ground and towers. And the whole crew's here. All right, that's awesome. Let's set 121.7. I'll put 121.7 in the primary. That'll be ground. After that, we're going to need tower, which is going to be 24.0. 24.0 is going to be set right here. And then real world situation. Standby COM 1 on the FO side. We'll put departure, which NorCal departure frequency is 122. Well, it said 122.8, but I don't believe so now. I think we're going to need 3395 because they came online after the PDC was received. So 3395 will be standby on the FO side. So that's kind of this is a real world trick here.
Aircraft and information. Yankees now current winds 130 at 6, altimeter 3004.
So let me show you. I want to show you how I've set up these radios. I want to go over this again because this can really help you operating single pilot in an ATC environment. So with everybody online, we have ground, tower, and departure. Okay, so I obviously want to have ground ready to go in number 1, active. I'm also going to have my next frequency in the standby on the captain's side is going to be tower because I'm going to go ground, and then all I got to do is switch to tower. Now, once you get cleared for takeoff and you go to departure, instead of scrolling in your departure frequency, all you got to do is come over here, and if you've put your first officer's radio standby on the departure freak, all you got to do is hit the transfer over here, and now you've got COM 1 active for the departure freak. So you basically have 3 frequencies all ready to go on VHF 1 at just the touch of a button. So that's how you set it up in real life. If the first officer is flying the leg, obviously he's running the radios on the ground anyway, but he will put the ground or the departure freak on my VHF 1 standby because I'm not going to be hitting this until after takeoff anyway, because then I'm going to be on the radios, right? So he has control, positive ray, gear up, contact departure. All I got to do is come down here and hit the swap button. And nobody's got to tune radios until you get your very next handoff. So it kind of helps mitigate looking down and scrolling radios around when you don't really want to be doing that in the high workload environment. Here's our initial. We'll accept that. As far as the perf and NIT B, our block fuel, they haven't showed up yet. They are refueling. 88 to go. We do have a status message. What's up with that? Cat 2, that's because the alignment's still working, right? I believe. IRS and NIT. We'll see. We'll go VOR, terrain, constraint mode on, 5,000 is set. And let's fire up the APU. I gotta see what I'm gonna get a voice clearance. Just happen to know somebody that's controlling. All right, here we go. APU's firing up. Ooh, Allegiant America West merger win. Last time I politely asked the controller, got crap with me. I said, I sent you PDC, that's all you need. Dang, your ground controller had me on free. Look, I gotta say, whatever the new flight plan filing system is for the Rasham, it's awful. Go back to the old one. I've never had so many issues with my flight plan not being filed, because like if you file it from SimBrief, it doesn't always pick up when you launch the plug-in, and I don't know, I think it's just dumb. Plus, I like pulling up the flight plan in the vPilot app and just seeing the flight plan there, the full route, without having to open up a browser tab. Whatever they did to it, it's completely terrible. That's why I don't use it. I use Iveo Premium. All right, we got the APU up and running. Let's go ahead and start the chrono. We'll get 3 minutes for the bleed. And we'll watch this fueler do some work out here. Ooh, look at all the traffic we got loaded in. We got a Spiritual Wangs, a couple of default 320s. Wow, Southwest is out here stacked. I don't know if those are static or real. But we're finishing up the fueling process here. Josh FSD, good afternoon, sir. Glad to have you on board, my man. All right, double check our... Turn the sim down a little bit. It's kind of loud, isn't it? All right, here come our cargo. Beautiful. I'm going to grab some lunch, catch y'all in a bit. Chase B, we'll catch you in a bit, man. Grab some for me, too. All right, that's close enough. We got a minute there. Why are ground spoilers on? We'll disarm you. Make sure everything's ready to go. That's right, we'll go perf data, a knit B for you. Let's also review our SID here. Passengers have started boarding. Departure, procedure. This one is kind of a weird one, isn't it? The Spartans 1. Yeah, super tight climbing right turn with speed and altitude restriction. Max 230, 5,000. So after that, max 230 in the turn. Spartans at 5. There's no other speed restriction. Okay, I just wanted to see. Let's look at our perf climb. I don't think it's going to mess with it. I'm going to pre-select 230 just in case. I don't want it to accelerate to 250 prior to. I think it's got it in the box here, though. Yeah, see, it already has 230. So I've got 230 set for now. There's no hard restriction. You could leave that, go to 250, but just in case, we'll leave that with a perf climb restriction in there. Block fueling is done. We got 12,000 on board, and it is balanced. So with the fuel on board and balance, we'll get our fuel tank pumps on, seatbelt sign is on, and we will put 12.0 here in our fuel on board block. That'll give us an alternate. Josh, were you able to pick me up, though? Were you able to hear me? 12.0, beautiful. That looks good. And about 3 minutes, APU bleed is coming on. Here's the pack spool up. We got the air conditioning on, fuel pumps are on. Here comes the air. Gotta love it. Got to love it, chat. Got some ground crew down there hard at work. That's a realism shot for you. I was gonna fly along, but lots of HC makes it hard to follow the streams. Ah, I hear you, gray shirt. I'm departing Phoenix and it's 100 degrees. Oh, wow. Does APU bleed move the fans inside the engine? No, Roach does not. Those fans, if they're moving outside, it's just because the ambient air, the wind is blowing those N1 fan blades around. But no, the APU is completely contained within the tail cone, and the bleeds are going to spin up the pneumatic air cycle kits, which are in the wing fairing, which are right here. These are your pack inlets. So you got 1 and 2, then you have your pack outflow. You can actually hear it. Listen to that. That's really cool. Hold on, let's slow the camera down. Oh, dang it. I didn't mean to do that. Come back here. Let's slow the camera down. So you can hear the wind right here blowing out. That's the pack outlet. Pack 2, pack 1, and then here is the inlet. You can hear the difference in sound. That is really cool. I never noticed that before. And right here you got our ram air turbine. A couple of other service doors. They're all closed up, looking good. Again, we don't walk right under the tail, right, chat? If you feel something wet on your face, it's not rain. Also, if there's a crosswind, you don't want to walk right here either, because this, whatever's draining out of the lab is going to be blowing directly on you as you walk around. There's the APU inlet. That's pretty cool to see that. Oh, I'm sorry, not the APU inlet. The outflow valve, rather. This is the APU inlet right here. And when it says flap open on the APU, it's this flap right here. You see it's up and open. You want to make sure that there are no oil streaks going up the belly. That's why sometimes you'll see belly wash required, because if you have oil and grime that, you know, leaks out of these compartments or these other doors here, which it happens over time, eventually the airflow is going to streak it all the way back, and once it gets up here, if it gets sucked into the APU, then you're going to have fume events, and it's not very good at all. But the APU is right there, and I don't think the engines are new, are they? Yeah, see, the N1 fan blades are stationary, as they should be right now with no direct wind. Alright, we did a little pre-flight bonus too for you. Pre-flight completed. Al W, thank you so much for the support, man. Having rosas. Ooh, I could go for some rosas. Tex-Mex on a Sunday with half of Texas. Yes, sir, you are, man. I like to go to roses in the middle of the week when everyone's working. Al W, thanks for the support, man. Be seeing you soon enough. In the future, please do. I would rather have less controllers who are there to assist than for there to be a lot of us with 50% of us on power trips. What? Oh, I think you were talking to Maddie. Okay, never mind. What does engine hot fan does? Hot fan does? What does engine hot fan does? I'm not sure what that means. Had my first aha moment doing landings today. It just started clicking. Bill's Mafia. Excellent, man. That's good to hear. Hopefully, I'll have an aha moment today in San Diego, too, and we'll have a nice, smooth landing. And we don't have the oh shoot moment. You don't want an oh shoot moment. You want an aha moment. Where the pack's located, I just went over it, Kyle. Hopefully you got it there. Did you see it? I'm going to show you again. Oh, you had me most of the way, Josh. Then you're going to listen to it? Nice. Maybe hesitate to send in positive reports for good controllers. Yeah, don't do that. This isn't the Duke. Still always nice to see you in bread and butter. Joe Plains, Tower Ray, Duke tonight. I got to finish loading the pod. So our pod for moving is about 50% full. And it's about 90% loaded. So we're going to have a lot of extra space in there because the wife decided to sell off half the house. I said, yeah, why don't you just sell the stuff that we're not going to need so we can have a fresh start, yada, yada. Well, she pretty much sold everything in the house. So the pod needs to be leveled, because if they go to pick up the pod, it's just going to tip over because all the weight is stacked in the corner. So I got to finish loading the pod after this stream, and then when I'm done, I am going to fly Duke tonight. And we're going to stream it. Do we do piston, turbine? I kind of want to do piston again. We could load up an Amerifly livery that I made. Anyway, boarding's completed. It's time to get out of here. We should have. We'll dismiss that. Let's go ahead and run our perf data while we're here. We've got to sit in the talking there. Let me go back. Send to McDo. There we go, 19.9, 30.0, beautiful perf speeds. Let's do our perf takeoff situation. Sync load sheet final, dry, 30 right. First Toga, yes. Can we get a PAX off takeoff, please? Can we please hit 200 likes before takeoff? That is the goal. 200 likes for takeoff, and we'll do PAX off. I really, really want to do PAX off, but y'all have been slacking on the like button. So I'm going to need every single one of you to hit that like button, because we are getting ready to end live streaming as we know it. So if you enjoy the content, smash that like button. 2024 flaps 3, that ain't gonna happen. We're gonna do flap 1 plus F. We're gonna recalculate that sucker. 32, 35, 35, flaps 1, no flex, Toga required, send to McDo. 32, 35, 35, flaps 1, down point 2, check. We are good to go, chat. External power is coming off, APU bleed is on. Y'all ready to go? I think all we gotta do is turn the beacon light on. Beacon's on, that's gonna get them ready for pushback, isn't it? Departure clearance requested. Interrupt pushback, no. 21-7. Ground is up. We'll call them after push. Actually, we got to push onto the taxiway, don't we? Shoot.
Southwest 33, push and start on Zulu is approved, face southeast, advise
Yeah,
information
16.
on board.
Hello, Captain. We are ready.
Push on to Zulu is approved, facing northeast. We have information Yankee Southwest 383.
Southwest, 303. San Jose ground, good afternoon. Cactus 357, gate 16 with Yankee, push.
I think I was blocked there, Southwest 383, they're going to push onto Zulu facing southeast and
Departure
northeast.
checks completed.
Sorry, facing southeast, Southwest 383.
Who else is calling for push?
Sorry, that was my fault. Cactus 357, gate 16 with Yankee, push.
Southwest 357, push and start onto Zulu is approved, face southeast.
Push and start on Zulu, approved. Southeast for your Cactus 357. Hopefully he knows how to push southeast. Which way is southeast? We got to go, I would imagine, which way is southeast? Okay, so nose right is where we need to go.
Locking gear.
We need to rebind, push to talk, stand by. Oh no, the Bravo is interfering. Why is the Bravo interfering? Nose right, tail left.
Release parking brakes, please.
Do I just have to unplug the Bravo?
Release parking brakes, please.
Alright, brakes are released. You're clear to push.
Commencing
Southeast.
push. All engines clear. Start at will.
It's not picking up my... That's interesting. It's not picking up my joystick push to talk button. Why would that be? Alright, we're just going to keep it on the yoke. That's weird. For some reason, it's not picking up my push to talk here. Alright, we're on the push southeast. Oh look, dual push with southwest. That's pretty cool. Had to smoke a rack of ribs this morning. Ooh, that sounds good, Bradley Pigeon. I finished up the leftovers the other day of our ribs. They were delicious that we made on our way down to Ponce. That was a fun little stream down to Ponce. If you guys missed it, make sure you check out the landing because it was one of the juiciest landing environments we've had in a while, man. Sim was looking awesome. Scenery was looking awesome. Roll out on final with the shadow in front of us. It was so cool. You guys constantly get walked on departure from ATL. Oh yeah, I got a yeah, Josh. There was presidential. There was Air Force One, F-16s. F-16s went right over the top of the jet, man. It's pretty cool.
Please set parking brakes.
Brakes are set. You are clear to disconnect. Show me the pin out front. We're in position. Brakes are set. Okay, yeah, I set them. Let's get our last load sheet here. Revision, accept, done. All right, let's start them up. We're going arc down. APU bleed is on. You guys ready? Ignition mode 2, ignition start. Turn in 1.
Unlocking gear. Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Ooh, gotta love it. All right, we're gonna do an external start for number 2. Here goes the pin. Tug, toe, pin. Give him the light. Wave off. He's out of here. We're going to start number 2 from external. You guys ready? Shh. If y'all want to hear these screaming at packs off, we're going to need 200 likes. We can do it. We have almost 300 people here. Smash that like button. 200 likes, we'll do packs off takeoff. That is the T2.
Southwest 382, thank you for taxiing.
So if you remember, the IAE engines are engine pressure ratio, right? We got to measure the pressure from the front and at the aft. That's where it measures the pressure from the front. So that's why you see those on the IAE engines. All right, that's coming there. That's coming there. Flaps 1 for takeoff. I am local time sharp. I am wide open, middle of the day time. I might adjust it for Burbank on the San Diego leg. I'm going to check what time we have, what time I fly in there next week. Because like I said, I'm going to all these airports in real life for the first time in like a year this weekend, my first trip out of Dallas. So I'll check, see what time my real world arrival is, and then I'll adjust the sim time. All right, we got 2 good starts. That's there. Flaps are 1. APU is off. Real quick, let's do flight control check. Full up, full down, neutral, full left, full right, neutral, rudder, full left, full right, neutral, down 0.2 on the trim. Don't set it like that. Set it like you're supposed to in real life, not on the 0.2 thingy on the lower ECAM. We're ready to go. Y'all ready? I'm going to try binding my push to talk one more time. Thrust Set is in the house. My man, good to see you, dude. Hope you are well. Welcome on board. Hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful Sunday, my friend. All right, it bound that time. We got our joystick binding. You ready, taxi? Y'all ready? Auto brakes max, takeoff config checked. There. And San Jose ground, Cactus 357, ready taxi.
Cactus 357, runway 30 right, taxi via Zulu.
30 right, taxi via Zulu, Cactus 357. All right, Zulu is the one we're on. Brakes released, taxi lights on. Let's go. Let's go to San Diego, chat. Dougal McTavish is here. Good to see you, man. Hope you're having a wonderful afternoon, Dougal. Happy Sunday to you and the fam. Dougal loves to hear packs off takeoff. So remember, chat, we're going for 200 likes before takeoff clearance. We're only 30 away. Smash that like button so we can do a packs off takeoff. We haven't done one in a long time. San Jose is the first class Bravo major airport ever landed at. Oh, really sharp. Nice. Yeah, I haven't flown into San Diego, or I'm sorry, into San Jose in probably, just in general, I mean, it's probably been longer than 5 years. I vaguely remember my last time there. I remember flying in here corporate quite a bit. But yeah, finally I am now going to bid all trips west of the Mississippi. So my very first trip as a Dallas pilot is going to be all California, which I'm all good with because I am burnt out on this East Coast stuff. All right, we're rolling. See a little bit of breakaway thrust. Keep it at idle. Brake check. Pressure 0. We're looking good, chat. CRTs are looking CRT-ish.
383, contact tower 124.0, have safe flight.
I taxi much better in real life, I swear. Just I'm not looking for wing views. Aviator Nick, good afternoon, or good morning to you, rather. Hope you're having a wonderful day, a wonderful Sunday. Welcome aboard the stream. Chase B, you're back in time for yoga. Did you bring me some food, man? I'm actually really hungry. I've got some skirt steak I'm going to throw on the skillet here, and maybe after this stream. Well, I don't know. I don't have time. I don't have time to cook skirt steak, y'all. I got to get the pod loaded so we can do a turbine, or we can do a piston Duke stream tonight. We should have a Duke fly-in. We should all fly piston Dukes to Kern Valley. Try to get down to Lima 05. Where do you find your CRT display livery? Cytomic, it's dependent upon the livery. So when you're just looking on the Flight Sim TO, look in the description. Whiskey Throttle, one of my favorite livery creators on the Flight Sim TO, him and Silky Smooth, they post liveries that have a description. This one is a Whiskey Throttle livery, and he has the option. So when you download them, there's an option for the EIS one or just the regular LCD screen. Oh yeah, you can't post links, Dratman, so sorry, Nightbot's banked you there. I had that command for, or anything with like a dot something, because if you guys remember the Russian Tinder bots, I had to ban every chat message that had like a dot something in it. Back in the, if you remember the Russian Tinder bots, you've been a fan of the channel for quite some time.
Cactus 357, contact tower 124.0, have a safe flight.
24.0, thanks for the ATC, Cactus 357. Yeah. I need a radio panel. I saw Mr. Wrongside Sim got one. Alright, chat, are you ready? Did we hit 200 likes? Oh, we are so close. Come on, hit 200 likes for me. Let's do packs off. If I get cleared for takeoff before we get there, we're 198. 2 more. I'm going to call him right now. I'm going to call him. Don't tempt me.
Southwest 383, contact NorCal departure. Have a great flight. Thanks for flying out of San Jose.
Over to NorCal, Southwest 383, have a good day.
Good afternoon, San Jose Tower. Cactus 357, holding short 30 right, ready for departure.
Cactus 357, San Jose Tower, runway 30 right, clear for takeoff.
30 right, clear for takeoff, Cactus 357. All right, chat, did we do it? 221. Y'all are fantastic. Packs off. Chrono is on, so I don't forget. Let's go. You can hear the pack cut out, so you can hear the air cut out. So we're going to get max Toga juice. We'll spool them up 50 from inside, and we're going to go yoga from the outside view because y'all are awesome. I'm going to set the camera ready. If you're a headphone user, beware. It's going to be extremely loud, especially when I go to external cam or fly with cam. Let's get those yogas in chat. If you're part of Team Green, you know what time it is. It's yoga time. All right, RNAV is in the box. Runway heading checks. Y'all ready? Nose forward on the stick. Max volume. You want max volume, Chase B? Okay, max volume. Chase B asked for it. Max volume. I can't hear myself think. Spool them up 50. Here we go. Yoga. Woo! Good night alive. Mantoga SRS, auto thrust is blue. Thrust set. 100 knots. V1. Rotate. Positive rate. Gear up. Fly with. Oh my goodness me. What juice is that? I gotta turn up V-Pilot. I can't hear anything. Alright, here's lever climb from engine view. This is gonna sound awesome. Thrust climb, climb. We're nabbing.
Cactus 357, contact local departure. Have a good flight.
Over departure, Cactus 357. Zoom.
Southwest 4146, safe parking.
All right, so, oh, it switched the radio freak on me. Hold on, let's make the turn. Let's fly the airplane first. There's
Southwest
SB.
4146,
Flap
push
0.
on Zulu approved, face southeast.
It actually flipped radios on me. That's interesting. Uh-oh. 133. Oh, gosh, I gotta have to turn the freaking autopilot on. I don't want to. 133.95. Oh, and the packs are off. And we're leveling. 33.95 is up. We're leveling 4,000. Pack 2.
South 383, climb maintain level 190.
Departure, good afternoon. Cactus 357, leveling 5,000.
Cactus 357, air tower departure, better contact, higher about 2 minutes.
Got it.
Breaking 55 heavy on the rollout, San Francisco Airport, 9 o'clock and 20 miles.
Pack 1's coming back on. In this tight turn, tight turn. Alright, I gotta turn. I can't hear myself. Gotta turn the sim down. My tinnitus is banging. That's our goal, to get Al W's tinnitus going there.
Maybe 290, go ahead and, if possible, could you let me, I gotta figure something out real quick.
Alright, we're leveling 5,000. Higher in 2 minutes.
290, stay again.
Go ahead and, stand by.
American 55 heavy, confirming so you have the airport inside.
A-form, I have the airport inside, so American 55.
There's San Jose right there.
55 heavy, cleared visual pressure and HA, right?
Visual close to 2A, right? American 55.
Vladimir, yeah, so that's the Phoenix radio behavior.
Center, 123.8.
Ah, so the Phoenix radio behavior is not like real world radio behavior because it switched the FO's standby. So when we put the departure freak in the FO standby, in the real airplane, it wouldn't switch it when you switch the primary radio. It only switches the one that radio.
357, climb maintain level 190.
From the 190, Cactus 357. All right, 190, we're going to do it
Maybe
from
290, I can accept that routing then.
190.
290, clear the Moffett Airport. Yeah, after Salinas, direct to Hosnu, spelled Hotel Oscar, Sierra November uniform, direct. Maintain 16,000.
Alright, after Salinas, Hosnu then to Moffett, maintain 16,000, maybe 290.
Maybe 290, and when able to fuel exhaustion time.
Yeah, it's a juicy departure, isn't it?
Remaining.
A lot of brown San Jose down there right now. I just want to watch the juice. Let's just juice it up. Let's go AP1.
And your EPA to
And we don't need that 230 in there, so let's go ahead and scroll in 250. We're 6 for 190.
Alright, give me a minute. I'm going to plug
takeoff
positive to the box
checklist
and then
is
I'll get back to
complete.
you.
Packs are on. We're pressurizing.
American 55 heavy, runway 28 right, clear land. And 28
Look at
right,
that.
clear land.
Booker, good to see you, man.
357, connect open center, 123.8.
23, is that 23.8 for Cactus 357?
Cactus 357, affirmative.
2. I didn't even see that one online. You said 23.8? That can't be right. I think you meant 32.2. Center, good afternoon, Cactus 357, 9.5, come to 190.
Cactus 357, Oakland Center, roger, climb maintain level 370.
Come to 370, Cactus 357, how you doing?
Pretty good.
I know that voice. 370 is blue at a 10K. Lights coming off. Whee. Forward call. And let's go ahead and manage speed. Cost index, climb out speed. We are looking good, chat. This controller sounds like a real controller right here. 32.2 is center. That's what he said. But then he gave me a different freak. But apparently maybe it's the same freak. because it's not showing 28 whatever online. No Fly Live. We've canned it, Josh. Fly Live has been retired. Missed the start of the stream. Where you headed? Booker, look at the pinned message at the top of the chat. We're going San Jose, San Diego, then to Burbank. We'll go full screen cam here, too. Get that max juice view there, coming out over the hills. Oh, you got multiple frequencies?
Square Wing 1738, contact LA Center 135.55.
Over to LA Center, Square Wing 1738, thank you.
He's got multiple freaks. That is the one and only, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Phantom 320. Real world pilot, real world controller, real fed. Don't piss him off.
Yeah, 3892, roger.
I wonder if he's listening to us. Billy B16, good afternoon, sir. Welcome on board the stream. We're having a wonderful time today. How are you doing? We just left San Jose,
Yeah,
California.
3892, contact Oakland for Christian, NorCal approach 133.95.
And we're headed down to San Diego, which is German for thrust set simulations.
No problem.
Phantom COA. What's up, Lauren? Good to see you. Thrust set says often we'll get frequencies that don't show up, especially on the air. Interesting. Okay, well, that's good to know. I thought I would for sure see it on the thing, but good to know, good to know. The freak. I like that, Russ. You going to recreate your manual throttle descent? I'll tell you what, Gray Shirt, yeah, we'll do it. San Diego might get a little bit sporty. As long as we get visual, we'll go, if I get visual, we'll just turn everything off. We'll hand fly it just like I did yesterday. I'm doing great, just grateful for another V1 stream. I appreciate you, Billy V16, means a lot, man. Iveo Premium gives you a Phantom controller? Nice. Yep, indeed.
Oakland Center, hello, Southwest 1315 is direct
Costas, welcome back to Texas. There is no place like home. Costas, not yet, man. I'm counting the days. 72 hours, man. 72 hours. Tuesday morning, or no, Wednesday morning. I wish we could leave Tuesday morning, but we could actually sign papers. So Wednesday morning, 2 a.m. I'm hoping to cross the state line of freedom by 10 or 11 a.m. When I drove it by myself, I crushed it. I think I crossed the state line by about 10, so about 8 hours I hit across the border. But traveling with all the kids and all the living creatures, it's going to take a little bit longer this time, so we'll see. Plus, I won't be able to do 80 plus in my truck. I got to drive a 20-foot U-Haul, which is loud. I'm going to have to wear my Bose ProFlight headset in the U-Haul because it's so loud. The U-Haul that we have that I just picked up, so loud. I don't know if like the door doesn't seal all the way or what. It's just, it's just a moving truck. It's got 70,000 miles on it, which actually isn't that bad considering it's a moving truck, but super loud. So I'm going to use my Bluetooth and my noise-canceling ProFlight aviation headset while I'm driving. Hopefully the mic works. If the microphone works, I don't know if I have to have it plugged into a jack, though. I wonder if I can, if from the Bluetooth, anybody know if the Bose ProFlight, if I just use Bluetooth only, will I be able to use the mic and like talk? Because then I could get in the Discord. 80 plus is possible. I know it's possible, boss man. I tested it on the drive back from the pickup today. I'll tell you what, though, it's sporty. You hit 80, that sucker starts wobbling. I think because it's empty. I want to move to Texas. Where do you recommend? Colbaca? Well, the great state of Texas offers many different diverse regions. You want to be middle of the desert. You want to be in the pine country. You want to be down south where it's hot and humid. You want to be in a liberal city. You want to be in a conservative city. It's got everything, man. Stay out of the panhandle, though. Not much going on up in the panhandle. So I would be east of El Paso and west of gosh, I'm drawing a blank, Beaumont. Be aware of state laws. Georgia, at least, you must have at least one ear unblocked so you can hear what is happening around you. Well, you know what, Micah Messer? Georgia can. You know what? Kick rocks. I'm going to wear two headsets. H-Town, baby. Down South Traveler. Man, Houston, look, I wouldn't mind, living, because, east of Houston, north of Houston, northeast of, like out of the city of Houston. Yeah, it's quite. I mean, you can find some nice stuff out there. And then, like, if you worked in Houston proper, you could find some nice places to live outside if you want to drive down, which is still an option because it could, you know, get Houston based. But I just wouldn't want to live in the city of Houston. Just too much going on, man. East of El Paso, west of Beaumont is about the entire state.
That's like the 1984
okay, Lauren, east of, let's see. Yeah, east of El Paso, west of Beaumont, and south of Lubbock. How's that? Or no, I'm sorry, south of Wichita Falls. Don't go further north of Wichita Falls. South Houston, man, it is hot and sticky down there. You know, Keith B, Amarillo's not bad. I was based up there. I was based in Pampa, Texas. And I spent a fair amount of time in Amarillo just because I couldn't get into Pampa, so I'd have to divert to Amarillo because they actually have an ILS. Cam MD80, good afternoon, sir. Welcome on board the stream. Glad to have you here. All right, that excludes Amarillo and Lubbock. Yeah, not much going on there. Yeah, Lubbock's a college town. Lubbock can be fun, though, if you're of college age, if you're going to tech, I guess. And Amarillo is like, unless you're working there, unless you have reason to be in Amarillo, there's really not much else going on. Like, I know people from Amarillo, and they just love Amarillo. But it's because that's where they're from. You know, that's one thing I got to appreciate about Texas is everyone that's from Texas, like, everyone has a sense of pride of where they're from within the state of Texas. Like, you go to other states, you don't see, like, I don't think I've seen a Georgia state flag since I've been here. Arizona, I would see a state flag every now and then. California, you wouldn't see any flags. Florida, I never saw any California or Florida flags. There is just as many Texas flags as American flags in the state of Texas. I would wager to say there's probably more Gadsden flags and Texas flags than Stars and Stripes in Texas. I only said Amarillo because I've heard you talk trash about it. Okay.
Oakland Center, hello, United 222 with you, flight level 380. United 222.
I've been searching for some vacation property in North Georgia. I love being in Scott. Yeah, Blue Ridge Mountains. Beautiful. Yeah, he doesn't have a flight plan because your filing program sucks. Phantom. Need to update that filing program. I know you've seen a bunch of college football flags, though. Oh, pilot unknown. That's all you see. So, yeah, that's southeast. I mean, SEC. You see more Georgia Bulldogs and Roll Tide flags. Mostly, you see a good amount of Roll Tide stuff, too. But, yeah, it's mostly Georgia Bulldogs everywhere. Nothing to be proud of here in NY. Well, you got the Bills, man. You got Bills Mafia, dude. Come to Florida, it's state flags and FJB flags. Yeah, there's a fair share of those out where I'm headed to. Well, Texas was its own country before it joined the U.S. Yeah, it is. It's the best country in the United States, my man. There's more Texas flags in a city than there are state flags in another state. Very accurate, Chase. Very accurate. Except that steakhouse is good. Oh, Karen Gillette, you're talking about that, what's that steakhouse in Amarillo where it's a challenge, right? Like, can you have like a 10-pound porterhouse or something and then you get it for free? I know exactly what you're talking about. I knew somebody that accepted that challenge and then they had to divert the Metroliner because they got sick. So my buddy Matt, his route was Amarillo. I was typically Pampa when I was on the beach because the Metro would go, I think it would come up from El Paso and actually go to Amarillo. And I diverted because I couldn't get into Pampa, so I diverted to Amarillo. My buddy's there because that's his normal spot. So we go out because we flew all night long dealing with weather. So we go out in the middle of the day because that's when you're supposed to be sleeping, but you can't sleep. So when we go to that steakhouse there in Amarillo, I can't gosh, what is it? It's like, what's the name of that steakhouse? You know, if you know what I mean, you know what I'm talking about. 96 ounce. Yeah, it's huge. And he's like, I'm going to do the challenge. So he does the steak challenge. And I mean, he he didn't finish it within the allotted time, but he finished it with like 10 minutes after. And I was like, damn, dude, that was a lot of meat. And we got to fly in like 5 more hours. Well, long story short, and I'll spare you the details, but that Metro did not make it back down to El Paso nonstop that night. It had to do a little doot-de-doo into Lubbock. Somebody got sick. Meanwhile, I'm over here sick of anywhere east of New Mexico. Sam, I'm with you, man.
Center, good day.
I don't know if you caught me earlier, but my official bidding strategy is everything west of the Mississippi now. And my first trip is going to be all California, coming up on Saturday. Actually, Friday. I swapped it on Friday. All right, we'll turn the terrain off, ND. We're 32 for 37. Climbing up, looking good. It's been a smooth ride. It's a short flight, and since it's a smooth ride, let's go ahead and get that seatbelt sign off early. You are now free to move about the cabin. Gosh, I love these views and these sounds. A diarrhea divert. Yep, basically, yes. I often thought about that because I had some questionable moments flying freight where it's like, what would be worse? Do I go in my seat if I have an accident, or do I divert somewhere or have an off-field? Like, what's the worst? Obviously, off-field landing is probably worst case scenario, so you don't want to do that. But I mean, there was kind of the gray area. If you're 135, you're flying on a flight plan, you can cancel. We could cancel and go VFR as long as you were either in the we had regulations to say that you could cancel your IFR and go VFR if certain criteria were met. And of course, some routes were prohibited. You had to be IFR on a flight plan every time on particular routes. But I had a few routes, especially out over West Texas at night. There was you could go VFR, and I was a couple times where I was like, do I just land at this podunk dirt strip over here because I'm like, I need to go take care of business, or what's the worst case scenario? I mean, because when you fly night freight and you're constantly on the backside of the clock, your belly is just not, you're just not right, man. It takes a long time to get accustomed to that. And then 4 days in a row, you kind of get used to it, and then you go off for 2 days. So then by the time your second day off is up, now you're back to the night freight and you're all just thrown off again. It's really hard on the body, so it does happen, but I often thought about it. Take a bucket. I do know someone who flew with a bucket. I also know someone who used a box. Yeah. And that is not a rumor. That is factual because I saw it with my own eyes. Yep. And it was actually in Lubbock, speaking of. Lubbock just seems to be the divert station. Always had a roll of toilet paper, Kyle. Always had a roll of toilet paper in my bag. I learned that lesson flying back from Lake Havasu. Having to use approach plates. So I learned that lesson. You gotta have, when you're flying single pilot night freight or single pilot like piston stuff, long cross country stuff by yourself, you need toilet paper and probably a bucket.
Cactus 357, contact LA Center 135.55.
3555, Cactus 337. We'll see it. Best ATC we've ever had.
Thanks. And open center for wing 451 with you, 10,000.
All right, we're leveled off 370. Got some TCAS out there. Look at this marine layer burning off. Where's Callie Simmer when you need her? Look at that.
American 52.
That's the marine layer still burning off. Yes, it's here. Good to see you, man. I used to fly with a 1.5 liter empty bottle. Who happens? But P, man. Yeah. Airplane weight stays the same if you go in the bucket. Oh, no, we're not going to go on that conversation. Kyle Ferris, cardboard box. I mean, cardboard box as in a box that was a parcel. Like not his own box. Positive feedback ban incoming.
And United 142 LA Center, welcome to Tampa level 363.
That's what we have to do as truck drivers sometimes. Oh, I believe it, boss man, for sure. What music would match delivery, Josh?
American 3142 LA Center, welcome to Tampa level 3.
Make sure to write Isaiah Premium about the great controller. Jeez, it's busy today. I can't get a word in here. I'm just, look at that marine layer. This is why we sim, Chad. This is real life. You can see the glow on the horizon. I mean, this is so real, y'all.
Lufthansa 456, Hotel LA Central.
Oakland Center, good afternoon. Cactus 357 with level 370. I've stepped on him now. Might have stepped on me there. LA Center's Cactus 357 with level 370.
Cactus 357, LA Central. LA Center United 1196.
Bubble gups on short final is no joke. I know, Keith B.
United 1196, descend V is a lucky one.
Look at the weathering on the dash. Yeah, the weathering on the dash, like, if you've ever been in an Airbus, I know Phantom can smell this, image right here. Because this, whatever this material is, the little pleather, I don't know what what's this made out of, but it has a distinct scent when it gets baked in the sun. And they all smell the same. Every Airbus I've ever been in, when it's hot up here, because it gets hot up here, and it smells. It doesn't smell bad. It just has a certain scent, and you can smell it every time.
17 at Bourbon, Third Island, Yankee runway 26.
Just an awesome view of this marine layer here. It looks like that marine layer never burned off quite all the way. So just kind of hanging there on the coastline. In your 320 Neo in real life, do you have that hose under your seat? What hose?
1019.
Speaking of Code Brown, I'm hoping to live stream for the first time soon. I'm really nervous. How was your first ever stream? My first ever stream? Oh man, it was a lot of fun, Logo Lights. Man, I mean, if you gotta go, you gotta go.
Oh yeah, SoCal approach is online below me.
Gotta bail. Dougal, take it easy, my man. Thanks for hanging out with us. You don't write Triveo Premium. You have a concierge you can call 24/7 with any issues, like controller assigned you a runway you don't like. Oh, look at that.
Super 241 contact Vegas Tower.
I miss the Phoenix. How I've missed you, Phoenix. That's the mid terrain out there. That's this is not Death Valley, but it's like the valley, which is not fun to fly in and out of. This side much better.
18 contact SoCal approach 128.050.
Also known as the ULCC cockpit oven. Yeah, exactly, Gus. You've seen them on shorts videos. I've put them up there. That's where you put the croissant witch. Put your little breakfast bagel up here. Warm it up. Warm up your cookies. Yes, indeed. Does the black dash get hot to the touch? Hot to the touch. I mean, not like burning hot, but yeah, it gets hot, Jeremy.
At a Bourbon cleared ILS.
There's also vents, like, you know, it's blowing air up here as well, and you have. This is an air vent here. Matter of fact, is it model? So yeah, right here, this switch has air blow down, I believe, right through here, this vent. So if you have this on, which we normally keep these always open. And that just kind of helps vent the whole area, because absolutely it does get toasty up here, but no, it's not like burn you, but it gets toasty. I mean, I was kind of jiving with the nose view. I want to look outside view, but I also like this view too, right here. Like this view, I often stand here, like if we do a lab break, run a longer flight, or even just do a lab break, I come back, I'll stand here and stretch my legs for a minute. This is a pretty cool view right here. I like this view. Is the front panel made of metal or plastic? The one that's painted blue-gray. The one that's painted blue-gray. Well, it's all, this is like a pleather, like a fake leather, plastic leather, and this is like a plastic thing too. It's not metal.
At 456 heavy, it's via the arrival per the restrictions down to the bottom altitude start.
Oh, that's a cool shot right there.
Okay,
oh, no, James Johnson, we don't have those. Finally caught V1 live for the first time while in Texas for the first time. Love the content. Hey, Jad.
Another 449 LA.
Fantastic, man. Glad to have you on. On your left, you should see Lake Isabella. Preview for the Duke stream to Kern. Oh, really? Is that Lake Isabella right there? much of a wait. Maybe over there? Yeah, we gotta get the Duke into Kern Valley.
Southwest 4371 LA Fenix
Where the
Block,
instruments
maintain flight
are.
level 360.
Oh, there's plastic shielding and metal. So like, this is like if you look closely, like this whole frame, this is screwed in. This peels back, and we stick paper in here. Stick paper in here. If you don't have a DDRMI, you'd stick paper in here. You can pull this whole panel off. You can. You're not supposed to, but you can like stretch it out. This is like a plastic. This is metal. What does get hot sometimes is
1019 Albuquerque's offline.
like these panels here. So the panel behind the RMP, like this is metal. This gets hot. This can get hot. Here it gets hot. This speed brake panel can get really hot. I've put my hand down here before, and like the edge of this gets super hot, and it like not burned me, but I've pulled my hand off really rapidly because this can get really hot. I don't know why, but yeah, it can get uncomfortably hot. So
240 knots or less, walk 30.
yeah, these are all metal panels. What's the weather in San Diego, chat? We should probably pull that out because it looks like there's some clouds out here. Let's go ahead and get a weather update for San Diego. K-San. What are they doing down there? Wait for that to come back. Is there a cheeky Duke stream this evening? Billy B16. Yes, if I can finish loading the pod after this stream. I gotta finish loading, get some stuff because the pod gets picked up tomorrow. And once I'm done with that, I will try to schedule the Duke stream. We'll do Duke piston. We'll probably fly some. We will do a freight piston stream. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, we're definitely gonna do a piston Duke stream because the Duke is the best airplane ever. San Diego 260 at 710 miles. Few at 2. Okay, so.
Once I get center, this is last.
Few at 2,000.
1451. We are with you at
3007.
Oscar 1451 LA Center, welcome to climb maintain flight level 28.
3007 set.
Okay, climb maintaining.
Let's look at the approaches there real quick.
United 3030, descend via the Angels Flow arrival on trail 73003.
Descend via the Angel 4 arrival 3003, United 3030.
Load 2000 brings us to 663, and the RNAV 27 is a 600. RNAV gets us a little lower. What do you guys want to see? RNAV? We're probably going to get the RNAV Zulu 27.
383, descend via
That would link up off the Cloman. XMAS Cloman, and then we could link it up. Should we do the RNAV?
Southwest 383, descend via the Comet 2.
6,000 at Nada. I
I
believe that's on the comics, so let's also look at the arrival. Comics 2 RNAV arrival will star you. Zoom it in here. Yes, we get a descend view. NATO 6,000 is the bottom. A couple speed restrictions in there. We'll be ready to set that up. Should be no problem coming from this direction though.
Banjo 75, continue positive expression of 14,000. The Liberal 73007.
You ever had a divert to Memphis? No, I don't think I've ever had a divert to Memphis. Do you ever leave your arm up on the dash? Yeah, sometimes. Looking for satellites and stars and stuff at night.
Southwest 111 LA Center, radar contact welcome, climb maintain flight level 220.
The cockpit warms up 3 times faster than the cabin. It sure does, priority, right? Does the stick or thrust levers get hot? No.
LA Center, welcome, climb maintain flight level 30.
Stick is always pretty cold. Same with the thrust levers.
1775.
I wish one of the Airbus developers had EIS-1 for proper CRT. I mean, all EIS-1 is just worse than EIS-2. Like, it really...
Walker 3465,
I don't see any benefit
traffic 12
to it.
1 o'clock in
But-
American 757.
It'd be nice to have an option, I guess.
7,225.
I'd rather see a 319 and 321,
Don't
though.
have it up for the traffic, thanks very much.
V1, in pre-departure and descent pilot announcements, do you use a script? Is there any specific? No. Can you teach us how to do them correctly? Holly Kingsley, I don't use a script. There may be, you know, depending on your SOP, you may have to do certain things, but you do it long enough, it just comes naturally. Basically, all people care about is how long until landing. Everything else you say, they really don't care. They don't really care about your comm winds and partly cloudy skies and a temperature of 72 degrees. They want to know how long until landing.
Sector 357, descend via the Comics to arrival, the Lindbergh altimeter 3067.
Send via the Comics to arrival for Cactus 357. 6,000 is blue. TOD will be coming up here in a little bit.
836, descend via the Hollywood 1 arrival, the Ontario altimeter 3067.
We're still like that. Just going to start down our initial descent in San Diego. Right now we're about 224 miles from the airport. On the ground here, this is about another 20 minutes.
Can I wait till the top of the descent?
Temperature San Diego, 72 degrees, light winds, partly cloudy skies.
You start at your top of the descent and just descend via Meadstown.
There you go. That's all you got to say. All they care about is 20 minutes to touchdown. Will you continue flying for the same airline out of Texas? That is the plan right now, Roller Pilot. Chase B, take it easy, my man. We'll see you. I care about the weather. I care.
We had some connection issues. We were back. Clear Jet 721 Echo Charlie is level 370.
Yeah, it would be cool to have it as an option. I mean, don't get me wrong, it would be cool as an option. But the way it works, I mean, like Phoenix, they don't do anything fake, right? So they have to. It actually requires quite a bit of programming to do a proper EIS one. 12 minutes?
9.9 for 5317.
Ain't nobody got time for ADC code.
Walker 3465, contact Vegas Tower, 119.
What a beautiful day to fly over Southern California. You'll be able to see my old work on Final, the two really tall towers along the water is a hotel I worked at for 5 years. Oh, really, PAX 217. Nice, man.
LA Center, American 2458, 10,800 calling by
American 2458, LA Center.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure there's some airlines out there that have strict requirements, but there is a guidance that you can look up if you need it, but you got to remember, once you get to the airline world, well, at least in the U.S., if you're on the path to be an airline pilot in the U.S., you know, you're sitting in the right seat for a couple of years at least, so you're hearing all your captains make the PAs. So by the time you're doing PAs as a captain, you're pretty much
United 142,
we're getting some chop. Get some light chop.
132.2 United.
Seatbelt signs coming on.
American 3142, contact Oakland Center 132.2.
James, yeah, I have heard of that. I've not done that. I did call for push on ground yesterday. But I quickly caught myself. But I have heard people do it. I've made fun of them for doing it. I have not done it yet. Iron Man, it's because of the weather API is restricted from Microsoft, man. That's the only reason.
JetBlue 879, LA Center, welcome, climb, maintain flight level.
It's been restricted from Adobo.
Climb, maintain 280, JetBlue 879.
Oh, Pax, man, I don't doubt it. You can probably see them strung up like rockets out there. Coming into San Diego. All right, so what did we decide on, chat? RNAV or Loke? I say we do the RNAV. Let me see what San Diego Tower's online. Let's see what they got in the ATIS. Maybe they'll. It's always a good idea. Check the ATIS first.
Los Angeles Center, American 5217, heading 190, flight level 38.
Loke and RNAV and visuals in use. Let's request the RNAV. Let's load in the RNAV. So, interdestination data, I know, we're going to do it right now. We're going to switch it. We're going to do RNAV.
180-6500 for 5217.
What was it? RNAV Zulu?
American 5217, expect vectors for a visual approach 26 left.
Expecting vectors for 26 left, visual for 26 left.
RNAV Zulu from Cloman. RNAV Zulu. Approach via Coloman on the Comics 2, insert Now, if we go
456,
to
just
plan
reference
mode,
the star, you're clear to descend via the Ironman 2. The Ironman 2 has altitude and speed restrictions. As long as you're within those, you're clear to go.
try to get the camera in a good spot here. Speed and altitudes are in there. Branches off for the RNAV 27. Beautiful. Let's get the rest of our perf data in there.
Springs 451.
Landing on 27 RNAV. It's a DA, so we don't have to add 50 feet. So 617 will be our barrow. We'll put 617 in the barrow ref. The temperature and all that good stuff was, I know it was 3007, I think, right, on the QNH.
Southwest 171, same on. Flight level 310, hello.
Southwest
1.8
30,
temperature,
welcome, Southwest 171, same
and
on.
winds are 260 at
Mach
7.
0.8.
Southwest 171, roger, increase to Mach 0.82 available.
All right, perf data has been set.
Mach 0.81.
Terrain on.
Southwest 171, no problems, maintain best forward for now.
Still maintain best forward. We can climb to flight level 390 if that helps.
171.
Right, you want an approach briefing?
Bump up the speed for a bit, and
Here you go, hang tight.
If you prefer 390,
You have control. We're set up to come down the Comics to arrival. We check the speed and altitudes. Bottoms out 6,000 over Cloman. From there, we're going to transition to the visual. Backed up the RNAV 27. Final approach course 275. Rebo's at 2,000. That's final approach point. DA for us is 617. Touchdown is 17. So we'll add 1,000 feet. We'll be stable by 1,000 feet. Sector altitude off 27 is 5,400 feet. Highest terrain is out to the east. Pretty much where we make that right turn on that RMP, or that RMP back in. You got that high terrain off our left there out towards Lindy. Just be cognizant of that. Landing on 27, we got a Pappy on the right-hand side. If we go missed, since it'll be visual most likely, we'll go straight out over the water 1,000 feet, speed up, clean up, get an ATC vector. If we're on the publish, we'll do that. It's straight out 2,500 on a heading 275 to Sargs and hold. Looking at Sargs and hold in the box, we have right turn, smashes the plate 095 inbound. 320 for tail strike, flaps full, manual brakes, reverse as required. Any questions? No questions. Cool, I have control. Briefing is completed, chat. And we'll hand fly it down south. As soon as we pick up the airport, we'll hand fly it.
Western 1118, LA Center, welcome on board.
Garen, they're making a 19, a 319, and a 321. We don't know anything about Neos yet, Garen.
United 3030, contact hotel approach 13.05, we'll see it.
How do you know which of the 3 auto brakes to use up on landing? You run landing data, and then you take an assessment. So for us, I'm going to use manual brakes though, because I don't want to smoke the brakes for our turn back around to Burbank. But if you love to do things automated, we're going to do runway condition dry. Meet our landing weight is, oh, we must have just loaded in LAX. Yeah, we're right over the top, LAX. We'll call it 126.8, 126.8. Idle reverse. So right now, that's with low brake. We got plenty of margin. If it was, if your margin wasn't good enough, then you would select medium brakes. And that's pretty much all you got to do. You always run it with no reverse. All landing data is calculated based on no reverse. So reverse is a bonus. Now, when you have an EFB application, you can toggle it. But even for us, when we run our landing data calculations from our EFB, our default for reverse is no reverse. So, but you can see we got plenty of stopping distance, max manual, low brake, max rev. What we're going to do is we're just going to touch down, go full reverse, and we're just going to ride it all the way out. We don't even want to touch those brakes until we need to, probably under 100 knots. Make a left-hand turn off. We do need to figure out where we're parking, so let's look at that. Ground charts 10-9, star U up here. So 27, we'll probably end at Bravo 8 or Bravo 9, and let's pick ourselves a gate right now. Let's go to, let's go in here. So parking gates, oh shoot, we got to start down, chat. Boom. Start down, Mach Des, right on time. Someone give me a gate, and then we'll look it up. Oh, dude, there's our hotel down there for the long stay, down at Long Beach. Starting down. There's LA. We are literally on top of LA. There's the runway through the clouds. That's cool.
American 5217, maintain 5,000.
5,000, 5217.
Plan on doing a flight to Jamaica anytime soon? Nah. Actually,
Club 989
you know
LA
what? We might
Center,
leave
welcome
Jamaica,
on
Tyler
board
J.
to
We might leave
say-
Jamaica and go back to Ponce
Fox.
in something tomorrow. We'll see.
Okay,
Gate 27?
762.
Where's gate 27?
Club 989, Roger, thank you.
Again,
Oh, parking
Again?
spots.
I'm sorry, Mark 762.
762, thank you.
Let's do 25 right there in the middle.
FedEx 420, contact Oakland Center.
Actually,
52.2, yeah.
I think we're supposed to be on this pier. Which pier are we supposed
FedEx
to be on?
420, Oakland Center 132.2, yeah. 132.2, thank you.
I kind of like this round thing here. Gate 27 looks like it might be kind of tied
Oscar
up in that alley.
1451, descend via the Angel to arrival, the Ontario 73003.
Let's go in here. Skinny pier? You like this pier better? Alright, let's go to 25 then. It's right smack dab in the middle.
Descend via the Angel to arrival.
Terminal 2 East. Gate 25.
1451, we'll start our descent.
That's what we'll do.
They don't need to start it now, but once we stop descent, further restrictions will be arrived.
Okay, we'll wait till we have the descent.
Alright, we've caught up to our TOD. Seatbelt sign is on.
96, contact SoCal approach.
We're on the descent, chat. We are looking
Over
good.
SoCal, thank you.
American 5217, turn left heading 340.
Does reverse change or decel when using auto brakes, or does it still aim
Southwest
at
111.
the same decel rate?
Via the Angel.
Elena Zane, that is a great study question. Chat, let me ask you, chat.
Southwest 171.
If I run landing data for low brakes and full reverse, and then I run landing data for low brakes, idle reverse, is there going to be a difference in my landing distance?
level 350. Above 1496, LA Center, ready to welcome aboard, say
Zippy Zapple here. Good to see you, man. We're back out in LAX way. Yeah, we're not on the Angel 4 Zippy. We're coming down the comics in the San
Above
Diego.
989, Roger, main Mach 78 or
Auto
greater.
brake does the same decel rate regardless. Exactly. Warren is correct.
Above
Creative
989,
Captain's
Mach
correct.
78 or greater.
Yeah, it is the same. So remember, auto brakes are a rate of deceleration.
17, turn left heading 300.
The use of reverse is going to help them achieve that deceleration rate, thus reduce the friction and the heat. So if you did the same landing, same exact weight, low brakes, idle reverse, low brakes, full reverse, the landing with full reverse, you're going to have cooler brakes than the ones with idle reverse. So the worst case scenario is medium brakes, idle reverse. Don't do that. I think I told you all the story when I did that in Denver in the summer as an FO new hire and smoked the freaking brakes. But I had to learn. Captain let me learn. And I did learn. But yes. So people get caught up on the auto brakes. I only use auto brakes when either A, it's required by the airport that I'm landing at. There are some airports, especially with runways less than 5,000 feet per our SOP, we must use medium auto brakes if available. If they're MEL, then you use max manual. But I only use auto brakes when it is required by the airport, or when there is a significant crosswind, probably more than 15 knots. If there is a crosswind component greater than 15 knots, I will use auto brakes because that will help keep the brake temperatures symmetrical. Because if you ever try to use manual braking while trying to maintain centerline on a 15 knot or greater crosswind, it's just not going to happen. You're going to have one brake is going to be smoked, the other brake's not. So those are the only times I use auto brakes.
Southwest 4146, be the comic to arrival, Denver, Bell 73007.
Party 78, Comic 2 and 3007
We are all graduates of the V1 type rating school. Ramon Thompson, yes, indeed.
Contact Vegas Tower, 119.9.
Man, look at that thing coming down over there. That is so much juice. I don't know where to look. Everywhere I look, it's juice. There's just juice everywhere.
House Club 989. Climb maintained by level 372.
Please don't go private swim journey. Is it possible to just delay for 5 minutes for now?
989, that's correct.
Checking schedule update, checking. Nothing new. Let me see.
Correction, the Angel for arrival, the
Let me
Ontario
see what time my Burbank flight is. Because I might adjust the time of the sim once we land in San Diego.
449 Albuquerque, self-flying radar service is terminated.
Oh, landing Burbank is going to be 5:30 arrival, so we will set it up for a 5:30 arrival. I'll figure out whatever the flight time is, and we'll wind the sim back. So we plan to land at Burbank at 5:30 p.m. And then we do a night departure out of Burbank. That's going to be pretty juice, or a sunset departure. Then we go there, then I come back, then I spend the night, and then do a night landing in San Jose. That'll be juicy. I can't wait for that. And then the last day, it's a 2-day trip. I love it. One leg back home, baby.
Cactus 357, say airspeed.
Airspeed. We're doing 280 knots, so Cactus 357.
Cactus 357, roger, reduce speed to 250 left.
So to 250 or less, Cactus 357. All right, 250 selected. Speed brakes are coming out.
Philly Center, good afternoon. Close of 826,
If ATC tells you to vacate a certain taxiway, how to know if you will stop in time? You tell them nothing. You get off when it's safe.
7, turn right heading 180, set to maintain flight level 180, vectors for sequence.
All right, right turn to 180 and stop the descent at flight level 180, Cactus 357. Kind of an interesting vector here. All right, 180, we're speed out star, leveling 18,000 feet. We won't transition yet. We're 250 knots.
357, set to maintain 16,000.
Send to 16,000, Cactus 357. 16 blue, thrust throttle open, descent. We're turning away for space. Matty K, thanks for the $5 super chat, man. Appreciate that. Very kind. When you have a minute, can you touch on when flex is prohibited? Oh, how do you determine if it's safe to utilize flex for your condition weight, etc.? Chat, do we remember when flex takeoff is prohibited? There are 5. There are 5, I think 5. Let's go over them. So, flex takeoff is prohibited when? Bank angle check. Oh boy.
Hey Captain V1. Long time no see. Finally happy to catch a live stream. Please keep on doing the great work you do providing world-class flight sim entertainment, BR, compliance monitoring and flight safety, so any deviation must be well justifiable.
Cactus 357, proceed direct to Lantern, contact SoCal approach 16005.
All right, direct to Lantern over to SoCal approach 2805 for Cactus 357. We got a lot going on here. Hold on. SoCal 2805. I really need a radio panel. 2805.
I'm still there with you. Are you on X-Plane?
Ooh.
Yes, it's very problematic. American 3607.
Magic Barrel Ref Key 3003 is set.
You need to turn down your settings. It's very problematic for us to keep disconnecting and reconnecting.
All right, first off, Crockett's Return, thank you so much for a massive $50 bank angle check. Very kind of you. Thank you for the kind words, and I'm glad you're enjoying the content. Don't worry, it's going to keep on coming. We may go recorded content here for a little while, but the lives will return at some point. So I do appreciate you. Thank you very much for that massive $50 bank angle check, Crockett's Return. Maddie K, getting back to your super chat. Thank you so much again for your $5 super chat.
Over to Tower, see you.
Let me check in here, and we'll get to that. I see some correct answers in the chat already, though, for Maddie K's question.
Good for the ILS 25 left approach.
Approach Cactus 357, level 16,000 with Delta.
Wisconsin 456, turn right heading 230.
No, so, Maddie K, correct. Contaminated runway, wind shear. Flex temp within 10 of OAT. Good one.
Cactus 357, SoCal approach. Thanks for the information. Continue your descent via the Comics 2 arrival. Expect the RNAV Zulu 27 approach.
We'll expect RNAV 27 approach and continue descend via it for Cactus 357. That's kind of a
Cactus
wonky.
357, if able, maintain 250 knots or less. Comply with published speed restrictions.
I will comply with the published speed and we'll descend via Cactus 357. It's going to be tight here. We're going to get speed brakes out. It's going to be kind of a tight one here.
Right approach.
So, yeah, that's 3 of them. We got 3. Very good. MEL, that's number 4.
30 traffic, 1 o'clock, 5 miles.
And anytime the performance requires it, which is the second part of your question, which is when you utilize it for weight, etc. So when you send for takeoff data, it will tell you if your flex or if Toga is required for performance reasons. So there are 5 reasons that we just went over. Contaminated runway, wind shear, flex temp within 10 degrees, MEL, and when the performance data requires you to use the Toga takeoff. So those are the conditions when you would use Toga. But great question again. Thanks for your support. And thanks again, Crockett's return. Good to see you again as well on the channel. I know it's been a while. Let's see. We're going to be higher and approach for Cactus 357. We're going to be high over Lantern if you want us at 230.
Banjo 75 heavy taxi to the ramp.
I'm going to go autopilot off here. Try to get maximum speed brake deflection, but that's not going to happen at 230. Let's get our Chinese speed brakes out here. Oh no! Hold on.
1255. Thanks for Delta.
Schedule alert! Schedule alert, chat! Schedule alert! Oh, so that's May though.
United 3030 over GG LA Tower 120.
Oh, I don't want to do it. Oh, that's for today.
Over GG, LA Tower, United 3030, we have that traffic.
Disregard. No schedule change. Back on.
3030 maintain visual
We're
separation.
back on it here. All right.
We'll maintain visual separation, United 3030.
On approach for Cactus 357. We're trying our best to get below 9 here for Lantern. We're going to be high.
Cactus 357, roger. Turn left heading 080, descend and maintain 6,000 vectors.
Maybe if you would just leave us on the star. Left turn 080, descend to 6,000, Cactus 357. Maybe if you would have just left me on the star, we would have been able to do it. All right, thrust out open descent heading. We'll go ahead and stow you back. Let's go back to AP1. Heading, descend, open descent to 6,000. Lights are on. Yeah, that vector back and then to slow down and make it, that's just not going to happen. B1, did crew scheduling touch you inappropriately? No. 080 is selected for 6,000. We'll keep the boards out here, still help them out. But that was just, that was too tight there for that vector off and then right back. And then Agent the Batu gifting 5 memberships. Appreciate you. Thank you, very kind for that gifted subs to the channel. If you pick one up from Agent Batu, make sure you say thank you. Very kind. Thank you, sir. One of us. One of us. One of us. We need to get flight recorder ready too, chat.
Aircraft calling. I don't have any airplanes 10 miles east of the mission bay. You are say call sign.
Flight recorder is ready.
Number 0610 Bravo Squawk 5502 in ident, and in the future you can't have a 0 after November.
Oh, you can't have a 0 after November? I didn't know that. That's new to me. November 0. Is that reserved for like feds? I was looking at the tail registration requirements just the other day, actually. Like November 1 is like to have one number like 1 through 9 is for FAA. Oh, and G's. I'm right over Miramar, huh?
10 Bravo, maintain appropriate VFR altitude for direction of flight outside the class Bravo. You're sort of in the middle of the approach.
Oh yeah, right there. There's Miramar, right over the top of Miramar. Where's Fly Navy when you need them? YouTube characters are going to top. Yeah.
Cactus 357, turn right heading 100, descend and maintain 6,000.
100, descend 6,000, Cactus 357. All right, 100 on heading.
Plan now for the localizer 27.
Unable, Cactus 357.
You can't do the localizer?
Well, we're going to need a minute to load it up, but we're going to need a minute.
Yeah, you're not close. Just plan for the localizer and expect vectors to it.
All right, we'll expect vectors Loc 27, Cactus 337. All right, Loc 27, no star. Approach via, we'll load it from Lindy. We'll insert that. So now we've cleared our star out. Now we got to get LS push button on. Now we got to come back to our perf data. We got to come back over here. Now we got to scramble for the loc, since he apparently
For 1 Sierra Bravo, maintain
won't give us a
VFR
vector to the RNAV. I don't know why we can't just get a vector to the RNAV. So that's fine. We'll play the game. We'll play the game. We'll load the loc. I guarantee you, if I was Southwest, we'd get the RNAV.
1 Sierra Bravo, say destination and type
Just because America West hasn't delivered any pizzas to the control tower here yet. That's why. Where are we looking? Approach loc 27. All right, so 680 plus 50, that's what, 730, chat? We got to add 50, right? Because it's an MDA. Ooh, well, good thing I didn't crash it. 730. That is set. I'm not going to explain the whole load process here again, just because I've done a dedicated video on it, and we don't have a whole lot of time to get it set up. So Rebo was set there for my direct distance 2. We're going to use FPA of 3 degrees. Inside of Rebo, chat, we got to be careful. It's 3.5 after Rebo. So if you stay at 3 degrees, you ain't going to cut it. I'm going to assume we're going to get down to 4,000 here at some point, or maybe at 5. If we're at 5,000 and he clears us, 5,000 minus 2,000 at Rebo is 3, so times 3, so 9 miles from Rebo, we can start a 3-degree path down, and we should be able to cross Rebo at 2,000 feet without having to do the dive and drive step downs. After Rebo, though, we got to increase rate of descent 3.5. Probably have to go 3.8 or so as we configure to account for the ballooning there just a little bit. Low course 110.9, that's tuned in 275. New barrels are set. You've been briefed. Any questions? No, I have control. Cool. All right, now we're set up for the loc 27.
Mac Coleman cleared RNAV 2, 7 approach, Delta 121.
No, you playing for the loc. I know. SoCal is rude just like in real life. All right, 230 or less to send 5,000 kicks, 337. I mean, we're doing 230.
Moving southbound towards
We'll descend 5 as blue. Let's go ahead and bring it back to 210 here. This is actually juicy. A little bit more juice on this vector.
Fly heading 270, descend and maintain.
Not even the ILS? Oh yeah, there is no ILS, AFO. No ILS here. It's local only. But it's, honestly, it's mostly all RNAV. And actually, depending on who you work for, you would be unable loc per SOP in San Diego. There are airlines that no longer allow the loc in San Diego.
Cactus C57, traffic 2, moving 3 o'clock southwest bound, descending to 6,200 in Airbus.
Looking Cactus 57.
Cactus C57, turn right heading 180, that traffic will be 12 o'clock 5 miles on the flat.
180 on the heading, we're looking Cactus 357.
SoCal departure, Spirit Wings, 1440, ready for taxi. Spirit Wings 1440.
All I see, there's a dot on my screen, like right here. I keep thinking it's him, it's not. All right, he said 230 or less. Let's come back to 180.
Turning 1440, sorry about that. Runway 12, taxi.
VFE next, minus 10, flaps 1, slats are coming out.
12, hold short, runway 8 left.
Missed the slide extension view.
Over to 12 via Kilo Delta, cross runway.
Can you do a cabin tour and landing? No.
Hold short, runway 8 left for Spirit.
We gotta land. I see him on TCAS. I don't see him visually, though.
Alaska 1451, I've been looking for you. At Circus, cleared ILS 25.
VFE next, let's go ahead and get flaps 2.
Cleared ILS 25, left approach.
Let's go. Cameras on.
Make sure you load the circus transition,
Get choppy around here. Terrain is on. We're looking
good. 357. That traffic is now 1 o'clock, 6 miles westbound, 5,000.
Still looking, Cactus 57.
Cactus 357, roger.
Just give me a vector, bro.
Limburg Tower 18-3. If I didn't give it to you.
No, I'm not being facetious or I'm not being honorary. I'm not calling the traffic. I just don't see the traffic. He wants me to call it in sight, so he can just clear me for the visual. But I don't see him. I really don't see him. He should be right there. I don't see him.
Cactus D57, when able, direct Vita, Victor Yankee, Delta, Delta Alpha.
Direct Vita, Cactus 57.
Number 1 Sierra Bravo.
Direct Vita. Insert.
Turn left 10 degrees, traffic 2 o'clock, 3 miles.
All right, so let's check. Let's double check our planning. Right, we're at 5,000. Rebo's at 2, just like we planned. 3-to-1 rule. That's 3 times 3 is 9. 9 from Vita on us, or I'm sorry, 9 from Rebo. we can start a 3-degree path down if we get an approach clearance. Right now we're 14 from Rebo, so we're looking good. We're flaps 2 180 already, so we're pretty much set up. We're good to go. I can only spot aircraft when it's about 3 miles. Yeah, it's,
maintain VFR at or below.
I mean, that's kind of a tough ask. He's at 7 miles, low level. That's,
Maintain VFR at or below 5,000
and it's middle of the day.
So copy after green southwest 4146, we have Delta sitting out of south to the Congress 2.
Southwest 4146, thanks for Delta at Columbus, cleared RNAV Zulu, runway 27 approach.
At Columbus, cleared RNAV Zulu, runway 27, southwest 4146.
Cactus 357, maintain 180 knots until Rebo.
We're doing 180 Cactus 357.
Cactus 357, roger, cross Vita at 5,000, clear localizer, runway 27 approach.
Cross Vita 5,000, clear low 27 approach, Cactus 357. We're cleared approach, so...
Cactus 357, cross Vita at 3,800 now, still cleared localizer 27 approach.
All right, cross Vita 3,800, still cleared low 27 approach, Cactus 357. All right, 3,800.
Number 10 Bravo.
Coming down, we're cleared approach. We're not going to arm it. We're going to go loc on this one. So loc is blue to capture. Loc is blue, approach light is set. Tower is online at 18.3. So let's prime that up because that's going to be sporty. 118.3.
Okay, approach.
1183 is set.
360,
so now,
American 836.
kind of messes with our descent planning. I don't know. I guess that must be minimum vectoring altitude for him.
4,000.
So now, since our whole descent planning is kind of jacked up, if we call it 4,000, that'd be 6 miles. We could start down. We'll be early, but 6 miles we can start a 3-degree path. So we are 8 miles. So right now, we're loc star. I'm going to set 2,000 feet for Rebo. 2,000 feet for Rebo is set. And I'm going to climb up the
1440, cross from 8 left.
FPA here in just a second.
Cross your left to the taxi clear with
2,000 for Rebo is set.
Duke 1 Sierra Bravo on the rollout. Traffic
Duke.
be 11 to 12
I hear the Duke on freak. 6.9,
6.9,
so let's get FPA ready. I'm going to scroll in 3 degrees on my mini FCU. I know you can't see it, but I've got it right there. So 3 degrees is primed up. We are 6 miles out now, so let's go ahead and pull. FPA 3 degrees down. Here we go. Now, as we are descending down here, we got to remember that we will go into outstar mode, and if we're right over Rebo, we don't want outstar. So what we're going to do is we're going to spin up our altitude window here so it doesn't level. So our go-around altitude is 2,500, but if we set 2,500, that's actually going to get it right now. So I'm going to rip it up to 5,000 so we didn't get any outstar. So we're continuing down here on the low. Recording is on.
Triple 879, thanks for the whiskey at Circus, cleared ILS 25 left approach.
And I know we can see the runway, but this is good practice, I guess. Let's practice this low, so let's stay inside here. We should level just prior to Rebo.
Circus cleared to the ILS.
Did we activate confirm?
We did.
All right, we're looking good.
Southwest 171, expect a localizer 27 from Vita.
All right, so we're looking good. 2,000 feet above touchdown.
Rebo over to tower 118.3.
Rebo over to tower, catch 357.
Number 10 Bravo, maintain.
All right, 2.7, 700 feet. Matter of fact, I'm going to shallow out that FPA so we can keep a continuous descent here, just a little bit. Shallow it out, just a tad.
Heading 070 to maintain 5,000.
All right, now we're looking good.
You already told me to go down before. You want to climb to 5?
2,000 MSL
Sorry about that. Maintain 5,000.
will be 2,000 above touchdown, so don't worry about this rat out here. There's Rebo over to tower, 18.3. All right, now we're going to increase to about 3.8 because we're going to have to catch up here. We're about 100 feet high, so we're catching up. We know it's 3.5 after Rebo. There's managed speed, gear down. Tower's on 18.3. Target afternoon, Cactus 357, Rebo 27.
Cactus 357. Wind 250 at 7, runway 27, clear to land.
327, clear to land, catch 337. All right, runway's in sight. Beautiful approach. Let's go ahead and turn everything off. Let's go autopilot off. Flight director's off. Auto thrust is off. VFE next, -10. That's going to be tight, flaps 3. Oh, I forgot. Geez, I don't have time to do it now, chat. Dang it. VFE next, -10, flaps full. We'll do it on replay.
Inbound to land, runway Duke 10 Bravo, wind 250.
All right, landing checklist, cabin crew advise, auto thrust. It is off, ECAM memo, landing on green. Landing checklist is complete. 1,000 feet, stable. We are clear to land. Look at that, worked out beautiful. That was actually a good loc approach. It's kind of like a fire hose there for y'all. I didn't really have time to explain everything, but at least you got to see it in real time.
100 above. Bearing 55.
Now, in real life, if you were IMC here, you'd still be looking at your FPA. Then hopefully you see the airport right now, which we do. Landing. Drop it down here. Let's come right over that parking garage. Yeah, I'm doing it for juice effects over the parking garage. You wouldn't do it in real life.
100.
Plenty of speed. We're going to bring those power levers to idle right now. We're actually about 10 knots fast.
50. 40. 30.
Just let her settle down.
20. Retard. 5.
Bounced it.
Big 10 Bravo, taken. That's fine.
Bounced that one. Didn't feel good. Spoilers. Reverse green. Decelling.
Cactus 357, Eagle, left Eagle. Taxi to the gate via Bravo.
Left turn 1 Able, gate via Bravo, Cactus 357. Thank you. That was not a good one. That flare was like mistimed. That's all right. We'll take it off here. We've got another one. We've got Burbank next. Gate via Bravo, so we're going in here, and what did we say, like 27 or something? That's coming off. Let's start the chrono. Let's stop recording. We're going to do this a real-time turnaround, so we'll prime the APU. We'll get these off. That's off, that's off, that's off, that's off. And let's clean it up. Oh, I think we were supposed to go in there. Oh, well. Oh, yeah, I think I screwed it up, chat. No, actually, I think we're good. I want to get off his taxiway, though, so I'm kind of holding to the left here. All right, start the APU. What gate do we have? 29. All right, let's see if we can get marshallers to 27. Oh, I don't know what terminal it is, though.
Duke 10 Bravo, welcome to San Diego. Right when able, taxi to parking via Charlie Hotel. Right when able, and
we'll just do ASIG.
Charlie Hotel 10 Bravo.
Gate 27 is right here. APU is up. Taxi lights off. Marshaller is inside the building. Awesome. Clear right. Quick and drag bug. Kind of a weird taxi line here. Take the second stop. Brakes are set. APU is on. Engine 2. Seatbelt sign. Engine 1. ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. Oh, listen to that spool down, though. All right, I'm going to save the replay. All right, replay has been saved. That spool down is just juice. External power is on, and APU master switch can come off, and beacon light can come off, and they're going to request deboarding right now.
Requested.
That's so nice. And we'll do the FO shutdown checklist too. So pumps are coming off. Everything looks good there. Let's come back down here. LS push buttons off. Chronos reset. Transponder standby. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in San Diego. Shut down before 3 minutes. Nah, we had 3 minutes. We're at 3:30. Don't worry about that. Let's see what our EGT is. 294. All right. So they're deboarding. I'll tell you what, we're going to prep for the next flight. I'm going to leave you all right here. I'm going to file a new flight plan. Don't go far. We've got a short turnaround. We're going to just do a quick turn and burn up to Burbank. It should be a pretty juicy arrival into Burbank as well. So I'm going to do a quick refile of the flight plan here, and we'll get us up and going. I'll throw on some tunes for you, and I'll see y'all in about 5 minutes or so. So enjoy the turn. Thanks for hanging out, and we're going to watch both replays at the end of our Burbank landing. So I'll see y'all in a few.
Lindbergh Tower, good day. Southwest 171, Float 27.
Southwest 120, correction, Southwest 170. Wind 250 at 7, runway 27, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 27, Southwest 171.
Air Canada 8766 Heavy, runway 27, taxi via Bravo, altimeter 3007. Runway 27, taxi via Bravo, activity.
Tower Fly High 2's number 2 behind the company with Delta ready taxi.
Fly High 2, runway 27, taxi via Bravo, follow company, altimeter 3007.
27 via Bravo, follow company, and 3007 fly team.
Southwest 170, welcome to San Diego. Left one able, get ready to oncoming traffic on Bravo. Taxi to the gate via Bravo.
Left one able, stay via Bravo, and make its way to the 111.
Lindbergh afternoon, Southwest 4146.27. Southwest 4146, wind, Lindbergh Tower, wind 250 at 7, runway 27, clear to land. Fly high 2 for tower.
Hello.
Fly high 2, turn right on taxiway Delta, and follow behind the Air Canada 777 behind you.
Gotcha. We'll take the right on the Delta and we'll wait for the 777 to pass, and then we'll pull behind him, fly it 2. Yeah, but you guys aren't used to seeing a 777
Yeah, it's not unnecessarily unusual. Southwest 4145, welcome to San Diego. Left when able, taxi to the gate via Bravo.
Alright, left turn and gate via Bravo, Southwest 4146, thanks.
Number 2, good afternoon. I was up there. 318, information Delta, and 45, requesting for concern.
Fairway 451, are you with me on this frequency? Fairway 451, run 2 wind, 250S 10, runway 27, clear to land. Attention all aircraft information, echo now current wind 250 at 10, altimeter 3008. Fly high 1113, runway 27, line up and wait.
67, line up and wait, fly 1113.
And I'm sorry, which aircraft is calling for taxi?
All right. Still deplaning. Yeah, they're gonna take forever to deplane, aren't they? Let's. We're refiled. What we need to do is restart Kutao. We're gonna dismiss you. I'm gonna pause the music. If I can find it. Where's the music? I lost you. There you go. Music is paused. Let's go back to the very beginning pages here. My flight. Import next flight. San Diego Burbank. And then we're going to get GSX fired up.
Fly high 1113, wind 250 at 10.
GSX is fired up. And we're going to get this off the screen. And now what we're going to do, we have, let's see, let's try to plan this out here. So our airtime is 1 hour. It's not going to be an hour though. Let me look at this real quick. Airtime, where's airtime? Normally tells you airtime. 56 minutes. So we need to land at 5:30 local. So right now the time is
Fairway 451. Roger that. Taxi
right now it's 1:05 local. So 5:30, an hour before 30. I think we can get airborne in 30 minutes. So let's run it to 4 p.m. right now. Local time. There we go. Let's close enough. That way, we are simulating what it's going to look like when I do this flight in real life. Yep, ATC 8 cars has been refiled. We're ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and mute the V-pilot though for a second. And let's begin our through flight check. So we'll come back up here. We'll get our ground control on. We'll get this. That should have been capped the whole time. Everything looks good. This would normally go into position 2. It's probably going to be the FO's leg, but we'll keep it in position 1. Flow through. Everything looks good here. Probably adjust the cabin temps, honestly. We're sitting here at the gate like so. Everything else looks good on the overhead. Let's come down into the box. Let's go Atsu. We've got some received messages here. Well, I think it was just our in-message arrival. Beautiful. Return that. Beautiful. Let's go to initialization, init request. And let's go ahead and get GSX loaded up right now. Quick turn, baby. Quick turn. Oh, I don't do it on GSX. I do it over here. Ground services. 131. GSX, start the process. Start the process, GSX. All right. Kolbach, that was you behind us? How'd my comms? Hey, they sounded good to me. You were 106 Sierra Bravo. Were you a Duke? Where were you flying? I didn't hear anything that sounded egregious. I didn't hear anything that sounded egregious, man. All right, we're a continuation of flight 357. We're going to go over there as fast as we can. 99 cost index, cruise altitude. It's a short one. 16,000 feet is what we've been filed at. I'll tell you what, let's go data position monitor. We don't have to do it. Can you do quick aligns in the Phoenix? Let's see if we can do a quick align. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Will it do a quick align? Let's see. While we wait for that, we're going to plan our departure. San Diego departure 27 out of here. Let's see. Seaward 2 LAX. So we're Seaward 2 LAX. And then direct to Silex into Burbank. Landing Burbank, arrival. What is it? The ILS Zulu runway 8, right? Is what we're going to plan on. ILS Zulu runway 8. We don't have a star. We'll take an approach via. And is there. This is where we're going to look at our chart here so we can load it up all the way out. Let me go back. My flight Burbank. Approach. ILS Zulu runway 8. And we want to bring it off of. I'll tell you what, we'll take it off of VTU so we have the full procedure. VTU, we'll insert that. Flight plan is done. Secondary, let's go ahead and do a secondary initialization. Actually, we've never cleared it out. We're going to delete the secondary. New secondary, KSAN to KSAN. That's going in the box. Need some prop V1. I know, hey, Canadian, tonight, my man, it's happening. We're going to do it. I got to finish loading the pod, and then we're going to do prop stream tonight, dude. If we got to come back, we'll do the RNAV 27 Zulu. Gets us lower. Secondary perf. Approach is going to be 600 on the baro mins. Temperature is 19 on the ECAM. Winds are basically calm. Temperature and altimeter 3007 is set. Secondary is done. RadNav, nothing to hard tune. Progress, we'll put San Diego in here. KSAN. Perf data, we'll go to the init B. We'll leave the init B page blank until we're done fueling. 62.2. Let's get received messages. Our preliminary load sheet. We'll accept that. That looks good. Zero fuel rate 124.5. So we'll do 124.5 and 30.0. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to change that when we get our final numbers. 6.9 on the fuel, so we're still loading on the gas. How are the cabin temperatures right now? Condition says it's 78. It's 94 degrees in the cockpit. So we're going to get the APU up and running right away so we can get the airplane cooling off here for this flight. We also have a squawk of 5367 and initial altitude of 10,000. So 10,000 is set. Squawk 5367. 5367. That's in standby. Looking good above mode TARA. Squawk code is set. Spoilers are disarmed. They changed. Something happened with Phoenix or Microsoft in some update where they changed the logic of the arming of the spoilers. Now, whenever I bring my spoiler lever, I have to like rebind it because I keep arming it when I'm trying to disarm it. It's weird. But something changed because it never used to do that. At least it works, unlike an X-Plane where you can't bind that push down on the Throttletek. But nevertheless, here we go. We're going to start the APU. Ooh, JetBlue Celtics behind us. Got to remember to record the start on the Navajo next flight. Yes, Canadian. Come on, I want to hear that starter. Got to hear that starter, man. We'll spool it up here. I'm going to have some more chips. I'm going to mute my mic for a second. Listen to the APU. We got that up and running. Let's go ahead and hit the chrono. Now, I'm curious. It's 98 in the cabin. If we open this window, or it's 98 in the cockpit. Let's see if we can cool it down with window. Look at that, 89. It's immediately cooling down. We got to open the windows, y'all. Cockpit windows are open. That's so cool. I love it. Cockpit windows are open. Magic Barrel ref is reset 3009. Flight directors push are on. Our fueling is done, 10.9, so let's get our fuel tank pumps on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Seatbelt sign is on. Verify that the fuel is balanced here. Look how the cabin, I'm sorry I keep saying cabin, look how the cockpit temp dropped. That's really cool. Love to see that. I think the Leonardo does that as well. Alright, we got our tanks are on board and balanced. We'll put that in the McAdoo 10.9 here for fuel. Alright, chat, things are looking up. About another 2 minutes. Reset the track FPA so it's heading vertical speed. And then Southwest America West merger went. Oh, it looks like somebody's going around. This has probably been asked a million times, or 1,000 times. When are you going dark? I thought it was supposed to be this weekend. Bradley, probably tomorrow, man. I think tomorrow I go dark. So we'll have one more, I don't know how many more streams we got, but I'm probably going to pack up the sim. I don't know, I may pack up the sim Tuesday. I don't know. Maybe Tuesday morning I'll start packing that up. Probably tomorrow will be the last day of live streaming. We might do one more stream tomorrow. I was going to do like a ceremonial Atlanta to DFW, but the DFW scenery is so mid, so it's kind of like, eh. And I don't really know what to fly. I don't know. For how long will you be dark? Daywid, I don't know. I'll be making some content though after, give me at least, I might need at least a week to get everything reset up, but you'll hear from me if you're in the Discord. I'll be in the Discord for sure. We already have the internet set up at the house. It's just I don't think I'm going to be able to stream on it. So I'll be in the Discord. I might do some Discord streaming. I'll be releasing some videos, and then once I get an idea on a new HQ for actual streaming, I'll let y'all know. Southwest does Atlanta to Dallas Love. Yeah, it does. No, we could do. I mean, American does it. Delta does it. Spirit does it. Southwest does it. There's a lot of flights that do that, or a lot of airlines that do that route, but I mean, it would be kind of fun to land at Dallas from Atlanta. Just seems like a mid scenery, you know? DFW is a bit better now, at least how it meshes with the ortho. Oh, really? Make sure you have all the world updates for it downloaded. Last time I was in, it was mostly pink. Okay. Well, Lauren, I might have to check that out. Canadian, yes. Prop Series V2, Airbus Series V2. Maybe south of the border, shady cargo ops, perhaps. Have you ever single engine taxi in the real world? All the time, Thomas. I do it all the time, man. Single engine last night. Just even if it's just to get going, because normally, in most normal pushback scenarios, oh, look at that Delta taking off there. That's pretty cool. In most normal scenarios, on a pushback, you can get number 1 running, but you can't get number 2 fully running before the ground crew gives you the pin. So if you want to be as fast as possible, or as efficient as possible, I should say, if you start engine 1 and you're set up for the taxi, as soon as they pull the pin, you start rolling away and start taxiing off, and then roll 2. So, you know, if you try to do 2, you start 1, then you set the brake normally, then you're like, all right, start 2, and then they pull the pin and they're off, and you got to sit there and sit there while you're starting engine 2. So you could save a couple of minutes by just getting rolling on 1 at least. Especially on the East Complex, no issues. All right, well, that's good to know, Lauren. Maybe we will. Finally finding a bottle of Buffalo Trace and catching a V1 stream? Haha, I used up all my good luck for the year. Lone Star. My man. Sounds good, dude. Sounds delicious. I might have to... I don't have any Buffalo Trace, but I do have some bourbon left over that I don't want to pack in the boxes, so we may have to finish that bottle of bourbon tonight while we fly the Piston Duke, you know what I'm saying? Unless it's wet, I'm so heavy I can't get moving on 1, I always try to at least pull on the ramp on 1. Yep. Yeah, if it's wet, go 2 engines, you know, that's obviously, we did that coming into Atlanta. I was like, you want to shut down 2? I'm like, nah, let's keep them both running because it was pretty slick. It rained pretty hard and then stopped. So everything was wet, but there wasn't any current rain, so everything was kind of just standing there. I'm like, yeah, let's just go in on 2. A cabin tour. Well, let's take a look. We'll open up the cockpit here. Hello, welcome aboard. This one's got a super nice custom cabin. Oh, look at this. Is that a custom add-on, or is that always there? Look at the placards. Is that always in there, or is this... Can we brew any coffee? No, only on the Just Flight Fokkers. Alright, cool. Welcome aboard. We're in all economy class tonight. Cactus. I love the seats. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Isn't there a way to change it to 2 class? I think that's only on the EFB though, right? Here's your seat. 12F. Smoking flight tonight. Alright, how we doing? So Tower's online, we'll call him 2805 for departure. So Tower's online, 2805 is online. We got the perf ready to go. Let's close up our windows here and let's get the can we start engines with the windows open? Should we do that? I've never done that before. APU bleed, disconnect ground power. I wonder what it sounds like if you start with the windows open. Probably loud. Close you up. Doors and windows closed and locked. 10 is set. That is set. Beacon code is set. We're almost ready, chat. Just saw the Huey preview. Oh, yes, logo lights. Day 1 purchase, man. Day 1, hour 1, minute 1. Is there a date on it, logo lights, or still just TBD? I saw that last video where it's like, yeah, we have some sound issues, and it was playing, was it Fortunate Son? I can't remember the name of the song it was playing, but yeah, that was a good video. ATC limited you to 10 for the Burbank hop. All right. Let me see what. Let me double check. Oh yeah, it just says altitude 10,000. It doesn't even say. It doesn't even say it's 1.6 after. So we'll reset our init. Our new cruise altitude is going to be 10,000 feet. 10,000. At least we can go above 250 at 10. So that is ready to go. We're almost done boarding. There's 3 minutes. We had a warm APU anyway. I'll be curious to see what the engine temps are. This is a real world time turnaround, which is kind of cool. We're almost ready to go. Baggage, we're still waiting on the bags. Everybody's on board, but we're 83%. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Flight 357. Short service up to Burbank, Bob Hope Airport. Just finishing up some of the loading process. We just got some late connecting bags here. Hopefully we'll have everything buttoned up in the next 5 minutes. Weather in Burbank, it's not all that different from here. It's only going to be about a 30-minute hop-in route once we get airborne. Seatbelt sign will remain on for the duration of the flight. We do ask that you be mindful of that and remain seated unless absolutely necessary. Thanks again for choosing America West. Welcome aboard. Welcome to the jungle. Yeah, welcome to the jungle. Yes. Yeah, tech routes 10K. All right, so boarding completed. We'll dismiss you. We'll go over to the ground services. We're going to send our final weights to the McDo. Double check that they are set properly. Beautiful perf speeds now. Let's set those. We'll come over here to the departure perf. 27, sync final. Packs on. We already did a packs off. Force Toga, yes. I tell you, well, yeah, we're going to force Toga. Sync live, calculate. Send a McDo. We're doing flap 1. Come on. Send a McDo. 3335 flap 1. 3335 flap 1. Beautiful. Beacon light is on. Cockpit prep check. Windows, doors, and slides. 4-star checklist. Windows, doors, and slides. They are closing and arming. Beacon is on. Thrust levers are idle. Parking brake is on. 4-star checklist is completed. Cams are coming on. ATC is coming on.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for
they've disconnected. Uh-oh. Which approach controller do I call? West approach, West 1 approach, that's the same freak, or 2805. I'll probably call 2805.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
The sounds aren't what they were in Block 1 with the window open, or have they changed them, Natty K? Company message, we got our final.
Locking gear.
Revision. You get any non-revs? $131 on the packs. Accept. Done. Is Huey coming out Legacy mode or one of the newer Yankee models? I don't actually know, Lone Star. I thought it looked like a Yankee model. It looked like a Yankee, if I'm being honest with you. Or no, it looked like a an H model. The one I saw, right? It was an H model, Huey. Looking at the exhaust. I guess it's 19.6. Need to go nose left, tail right.
Release parking brakes, please.
Brakes are released, clear to push.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
119er. 0.6.
Coleman level 230 at the location.
We can start at will.
Okay, I'm getting Southwest 99 at gate 7, like push on to Bravo. What's that go?
Let's go ahead and start one on the pushback.
SoCal departure, push and start on to Bravo, approved facing.
Medicaid, you know, I kind of noticed that too. It didn't really change at all when we
Southwest 99.
when we opened the window. Thanks y'all for hitting the like button. I appreciate it. We got. Oh, I'm sorry, Delta. Oh, I didn't even look behind me. That's my bad. I'll let you go first.
SoCal departure, November 339er, Charlie Lincoln, Type Duke, look for VFR departure.
Nothing to see here, nothing to see here. Nothing to see here.
South 1462, wind 25010, runway 27 clear for takeoff. 27 clear for takeoff.
Look at that, see, we're good. Sorry. Brakes are set. We're going to start number 2. Turning 2.
Number 339er,
Let's make sure we got an avail on 1 first.
Lima.
Still spinning.
SoCal departure and say destination.
There's a veil, turning 2, here we go.
We're VFR to L35.
You're not supposed to start engines till after pushback is done? That's new to me. I've been doing it for over a decade, man. I'll start them both up in pushback. Hell, I'll drop flaps if I want to. It's actually the safest time because everyone's looking and the beacon's on.
And SoCal Delta 8841 at San Fran, just off of spot 46 with
Fancy
Echo ready
Airbus
tech.
pilots with tray tables and rearview mirrors. It's a flesh wound. Didn't Delta just collide with somebody or run into a parked airplane in Detroit? Do you hear about that, Lauren?
339er Charlie, Lima, stay requested altitude.
I know Delta clipped a wingtip somewhere. We just returned a favor here. As real as it gets is in the live stream title. I'd agree. Yep. It's definitely realistic.
4062, passing 2,000 feet.
Oh my gosh, listen to that. Too much bourbon. Not even yet, Aviator Nick. Wait till tonight.
SoCal departure, radar contact.
Wait till tonight. We're gonna have a party tonight, Aviator Nick. Hopefully you can tune in for a little bit, say hello. Alright, there's an avail light. That's gonna go there. We're doing flaps 1 for departure. I love doing flap extension from right here though. Flaps 1. I don't push back and start. I just start them up and go, yeehaw! Hell yeah!
SoCal departure Delta
737
8841,
wingtip clip
just off of
Spirit
spot
Airbus
46
tail
with
at
Echo ready
Cleveland.
tech.
That's the 321 Neo, right? That's unfortunate. All right, flaps 1 plus F after start checklist. That's coming off. That's coming off.
Delta 8841, SoCal departure, runway 27, taxi via Bravo. I'm gonna have JetBlue off your left side there. That will be giving video.
There we go.
Okay, 27 via Bravo, 1 here for the JetBlue Delta 8841.
SoCal Cactus 357. We're behind that Delta in the alley with information Echo, also ready to taxi.
Cactus 357, SoCal departure, roger, follow the Delta 831.
Follow Delta Cactus 357. All right, since we're going to follow Delta, let's go ahead and do our checks now. Full up, full down, neutral, full left, full right, neutral, rudder, full left, full right, a neutral. That looks good. We're sitting there. Let's go ahead and do it now. Auto brakes max. Engines are 1. Takeoff config should be green right out of the gate. That's TA1. Oop, that's auto. TARA. We are looking good. Let's go ahead and lock the cockpit door.
JetBlue 315, we have information. Echo requesting taxi to runway 27.
Doors and windows.
JetBlue 315, SoCal
Closing
departure,
armed. All right, let's go. Follow Delta.
Hold position, give way to the 2 Airbuses. They're going to be taxiing ahead of you. You can follow them to runway 27.
We got a JetBlue and a Delta.
Give way to the true 320s and we'll follow them for 27. JetBlue 315.
There's something about the IAE engines when they spool up for that breakaway thrust.
Southwest 99 for taxi.
Listen. Oh, it just sounds so good.
Southwest 99, runway 27, taxi.
All right, we're following the Delta. I thought he was supposed to follow JetBlue, but
Number 99er Charlie, leave my airspace.
I guess not. So we're gonna follow Delta. We're gonna do what we told.
Oh, stand by, actually.
Ugh.
Number 99er Charlie, contact SoCal.
You don't need to be following that close. We'd be smelling fumes right now.
2805, thanks for the service. 999 Charlie.
Remember, and you don't even have anti-skid at this speed, so don't follow too close. It's not a vehicle.
So what's that for Delta
No
1462?
tailgating.
That is a firm.
Can follow 230 Delta 1462.
So what is the consensus, y'all, on the San Diego scenery? So this is not the AMG, BMW, Mercedes world scenery, but I really love the BM world Phoenix. Is it better and or worth the change from whichever one this is? I think this is Latin VFR San Diego. Is that BM world one worth a look? This one doesn't look terrible, but
Got it, okay.
I can see things that look a little meh.
Delta 318, roger.
Alright, hopefully we'll be able to do a rolling takeoff.
LA Center is
Forward call.
offline. Monitoring the conference communication group today.
We'll get a cabin check here momentarily. Dual wind socks are hilarious. You like those? That's so you really know where the wind's coming from.
Center is offline.
Especially when they're going opposite direction. That makes you feel good.
Delta 462 CF.
I don't think so, Paxman. This is because we're on with center right now, and it's not him. I don't think. I mean, he was fine. He just. I don't know why you got to change me to an RNAV. You can just give me a vector anyway.
Yes, stand by 1 second.
It just seemed like they were trying to get me down to minimum vectoring out to give me a visual, so it'd be just to release me, I guess, maybe. I don't know. I don't know, Lauren. That seems like lazy controlling. What do you think?
Number 30 Delta.
That Delta pilot nose wheel should be on the line. Yeah.
2 o'clock.
Well, I will never criticize any VATSIM, IVEO, Pilot Edge. I will never criticize any network pilot for not taxiing on the center line, because I am the absolute worst taxier in the sim, even with a tiller. And I'm bad because I'm just looking at scenery. I just want to drive from here. Like, this is the juice. But we can't just taxi around the airport like this, because we can end up on the runway, see? Mike Jones, yeah, I've heard that they will fine you. I heard in Canada they will fine you. I remember them telling us that.
Cleared out of the San Diego Class Bravo airspace to the north on departure, flight heading 310.
So with dual wind socks, which one do you follow? I don't know, you split the difference.
Walk. 7365.
RNAV Yankee 27 preferred. I don't know why. I don't know. I missed the approach. So I missed any beef. No beef. I just like vectored us off the approach and then said expect a low, and I was like unable. I was like, well, you can't do a low. I'm like, well, technically, SOP dictates we can't do the low 27 San Diego. We need the RNAVs. But I didn't do that. I just said, okay, we'll do the low. And then it was like vector, descend to 3800 after we were already cleared for the approach. I'm like, you already cleared me at 4. I already did my calculations. And now you want me to 3800. Well, we were at 5, and then he wanted me at 3800. I'm like, okay. Wind calm to the team. Yeah, wind calm. Look at this. We got one going out that way and one going that way. Wind calm, chat. Wind calm. I wish you could split the views. Yes, Matty K, you remember in FSX when you could hit the bracket key and open up an alternate window view? That was so, or like an alternate panel. You could have like spot view and wing view. I used to use that a lot. Alright, we'll slow it up here.
Hotel departure, good afternoon, Walker 3525.
Walker 3525.
If you pay for IVEO Premium, you can taxi however you like. Oh, I love it, man. We're going to need an IVEO Premium. That's Vladimir.
Southwest 99.
Getting an IVEO Premium emoji, my man. We're going to have that.
Southwest 99, wind 25010, runway 27 clear for takeoff.
That's some funny stuff, dude.
Clear for takeoff 27, Southwest 99.
All right, short flight over to Burbank. We're gonna
approach for the Delta 4961. Would you?
Let's take any and all available time to start looking at the Burbank approach here. Silex, ground charts. We need 10-9 starred. This is a super busy flight and super hectic. Landing runway 8. We got to be down by Charlie 8. There's no question about it.
Delta 4961.
No arrival, but the approach is starred, so we've got that ready. I drew it all the way out from VTU, so if we get any intermediate fix, we should have it. Hopefully we don't come up from here and have to do a PT, but we will look at that shortly after level off at 10,000. We're going to go right into prepping the box.
Yeah, that's correct. Delta 4961, yeah, calling the
what tailwind, Mike Jones? This one shows a headwind.
Clearance for pushback and set up.
Delta 4961, pushing start power discretion.
There goes Southwest.
Delta 4961, clear for pushback on the setup. I'll let you know when ready for taxi. Left of Fenix.
SoCal number 2330 Delta got Mach brain sight.
Number 2330 Delta, Roger. Wind 309 runway 8 right to wind.
Hey, right, sir, land on 2330.
That's a cool shot. Southwest taking off, another Airbus behind us. Speaking from experienced MCRD, you don't really need to get much time in plane spot. It does suck on the Paradise deck during drill when you can't hear the DI. I think the carrier was removed, speaking of, the carrier was removed from this scenery for stutters, but I haven't downloaded the update yet, so I still have the carrier over there.
Southwest 99 through 2000.
Southwest 99, SoCal departure.
Yeah, so I still have the carrier, but apparently that causes stutters. There's some F-18s on the deck. Look at that. What the hell is that? Flanker? Is that a Harrier? Oh, I can't tell what that is from here. They got the blast. Wait a second. Isn't the ship going that way?
27 lining up and wait, Delta 8841.
Oh no, I see. Okay, yeah, there it is. Yeah, there it is. There's a blast pad, blast fence. The Midway Museum. I used to fly a Cessna 310 for a formal naval aviator.
November 3.
And we'd fly into San Diego for Fleet Week.
Niner Charlie Lima, runway 27 taxi.
That was fun. The destroyer doesn't look seaworthy. I know. It did not look seaworthy next to it, did it? Canadian, no, I haven't seen anything yet in the Discord, man. I've been live. I don't really open Discord when I'm live, just for safety purposes of the stream. All right, holding short of 27.
Hey, for Niner Charlie
Microsoft starts to look like Fallout if you zoom in too much. Yeah, it does. Nash North Island is looking rough, is it? I didn't even see. Hopefully on departure it'll juice up. I have my LOD down for flying over LAX.
525, runway 27 taxi via Charlie. You're going to be following the Beach Duke.
Beach Duke. I love hearing Beach Duke on the radio.
Okay, we'll taxi to runway 27 via Charlie behind the Duke. Walker 3525.
Hopefully we can take this on the roll. Take off on the roll.
Delta 8841, wind 25010, runway 27, clear for takeoff.
27, clear for takeoff, Delta 8841.
Yeah, so we should see the Delta roll by here any minute. Any minute. There he goes.
Cactus 357, runway 27, line of wait.
27 line of wait, Cactus 357. Need mini light panel. Let's go. I'm just going to turn them all on because I don't want to look back up there. Sim time is 23:37, perfect. So we are almost going to be landing right at the exact same time that I'm landing in real life in Burbank. So this is good practice. Still got to get... I thought I removed my VFR... We love VFR pack, but we still have those power lines there. That's kind of sus. Oh, look at those King Airs and a longitude. Oh, I love that. Love seeing corporate jets on the other side. All right, runway heading 275. That checks. We'll do this one professional style from the cockpit. Okay? Get comments every now and then.
Why do you always do radar
from the wing altitude? Shut your fake file.
Passenger 3000, Delta 8841.
Well, I'm doing Toga from an engine view here. They are definitely close,
Cactus
Andre.
357, wind 25010, runway 27, clear for takeoff.
27, clear for takeoff, Cactus 357. All right, here we go.
Number 9 Charlie Lima, runway 27, line up and wait, caution, wake turbulence.
1.05 EPR. I know it's hard for y'all to see. I can barely see it, but that's CRT, baby. Yoga. Here we go. Toga SRS runway. Auto thrust is blue. Thrust set.
100 knots. Make left turn at when able, then cross runway 28 left, taxi.
B1, rotate.
Cross to left, sector, and
Positive rate. Gear up. Fly with.
Southwest 99.
There's your NAS. Oh, yeah, that's beautiful. Right, thrust reduction from juice view. Best part.
Sending approach,
We got some ships in the bay out there, look at that.
Delta 4961, runway 27, taxi via Bravo, information echo.
Why do I have a lever A sound?
Taxi runway 27 via Bravo, information echo on board.
That's weird, I guess I missed the D10.
November 9er Charlie Lima, fly heading 310, runway 27, clear for takeoff.
Flap 0, have takeoff checklist.
Fly heading 310,
SoCal approach today, southwest 4152 with you passing through flight
Right, we got a
level
short flight,
21.
busy airspace, autopilot 1 is on. Sims are coming down, sim sounds are coming down a little bit. Let's keep track of everything that we got going on here, because this is going to go by fast.
Last aircraft, is that Southwest 2387?
Negative, southwest 4158.
I didn't get to mention earlier about Miramar. You have to make a hard right turn on the departure up takeoff because you can't fly over the $1 million mansion in La Jolla. I believe it, PAX 217, man. I believe it.
Southwest 4158, SoCal.
If I had $1 for every airport that you had to fly out of, you could fly straight because of some rich communities that have quite a few dollars. I wanted to clarify, the 2 bourbons I had earlier have nothing to do with my abilities to taxi.
Expect Comex 2 arrival and the Honor Zulu for runway 27, so southwest 41.
There's your Miramar right there.
And Southwest 4158, stay altitude and verify you have information echo.
Southwest 4158, currently flight level 186 and information echo from board.
Southwest 4158, roger, altitude.
7.5 for 10,000. Short flight, seatbelt sign is staying on. Oh, look at that view. My buddy of mine broke that restriction once and was in the base commander's office right after he landed.
2805, Delta 841-2.
Didn't overfly Petty Benjamin, did he?
Number 9 Charlie Lima, radar contact, the altitude.
582 3000 for November 12th.
Oh, listen to it spooling down because we're leveling. That is so awesome.
Walker 30. Walker 3525, wind is 250.
All right, there's 10,000 feet. I'm actually going to clear the limb. Oh, there's no limb? All right, well, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and select speed. Oh, no, it was going to go up. No, it wasn't.
Lindbergh approach to Southwest 2387, checking in with you, descending via the Lucky 1 arrival
We'll do
at
300, we're at 10,000, or
15,500.
that's as high as we're getting. Lights are coming on.
Southwest 2387, SoCal approach, radar contact, altimeter, Lindbergh altimeter 3008.
We have the altimeter and we have information echo on board. We're set up for the RNAV
There should be
Yankee
a limb
approach
here
for
that I
27.
can clear.
Southwest 2387, roger.
It should say limb right here for 250 below 10,000 feet.
All right, cleared RNAV Yankee GPS approach for runway 27 into San Diego, Southwest.
All right, weather request Burbank. We already got to start. We're only 147 miles, so this is what I talk about happens fast. One Admiral's daughter.
JetBlue 315, runway 27.
Petty Benjamin?
Well, up and wait, runway 27, JetBlue 350.
I don't know what that guy, what speed that guy's doing.
And southwest 4158, which altitude were we cleared to?
Walker 3525, radar contact, the altitude.
Man, that light fog or haze just looks so good. Doesn't that look so real?
3525, Roger, climb maintain flight level 230.
Climb maintain flight level 230, Walker 35.
Number 9er Charlie Lima, resume on navigation. Maintain present altitude for now.
Resume on navigation will maintain 5,500.
All right, Burbank, let's load it in here.
Southwest
10 miles clear, 3003. Temperature 19er. Winds are.
Double 315, wind 25010, runway 27, clear for takeoff.
Calm, I guess.
Clear for takeoff, runway 27, jet 315.
Southwest 2387, stay indicated airspeed.
ILS Zulu 8, minimum's 1075.
Southwest 4158, indicated airspeed is 276.
Speed up, y'all. Gonna make me slow down. Long stream, yeah, Coda, we went all out today, man. It's just juice, though. We're flying short hops, awesome terrain, awesome scenery. Why not? It was too hot to load the pod anyway, so after this stream, it'll be perfect. Sun will be going down, finish loading up. Aviator Nick, thank you so much for the 23 months of support. Heard you're moving back to Texas. I'll be in the DFW area end of September. Aviator Nick, heard about Steakhouse Texas barbecue places? Any recommendations?
315 passing 1900.
Depends on where in Texas you're going to be, but I mean, Hard 8 is the famous one where everyone likes to go visit. It's kind of like a.
Just Blue 315, we are passing 2,000.
The barbecue's good. It's not the best you're going to find in Texas, but it's kind of like you got to at least go to Hard 8 barbecue to say you went to Hard 8 in Texas.
357, contact SoCal on 128.05.
2805, thanks for the ATC Kex, 347. All right, 2805. But Aviator Nick, yeah, definitely check out that one, and hopefully I'll definitely be streaming by then, so I get some other recommendations for you. But that's awesome. Yes, I am headed back 3 more days, Aviator Nick. Thanks for the support, hanging out with us for 23 months. Goodness, almost 2 years. LA Cactus 357, level 1010,000.
Cactus 357, SoCal approach, the Burbank Altimeter 3003.
3003, Cactus 357. 03 is set.
Giant 3629, center is offline, radar service terminated, frequency change approved.
All right, let's finish our brief here.
Thank you, Giant 3629.
All right, we're set up to come in here, no star. We're just going to expect ILS Zulu, runway 8 into Burbank, 1095.079. That's all tuned up. I don't know why I don't have 079.
1337, SoCal approach.
There's a 137 SoCal, contacting SoCal, maintaining 5,000 feet.
Delta 1337, turn left heading 180, climb and maintain 13,000.
Should have a final approach course there. It seems like it's cut off. Final approach course will be 079, buddy, at 2753 DS 1075. For this particular approach, we have to be fully configured for buddy. So we have to be gear down, flaps full.
American 1540 SoCal departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 12,000.
We got to cross it at 3,000 feet. We also have to be careful we don't get hit with the glide slope from above. Now we shouldn't, but they always typically left high here in LA anyway. So we'll keep that in mind. Flaps full. We are going to go medium brakes, reverse full. It is required medium brakes. And as we mentioned, there's an intersection taxiway there. Charlie 8. We got to put her down. Charlie 8, if we start floating past Charlie 8, we got to do a mandatory go around. If we have to go around on this approach, it's going to be a 1,300 feet, then immediate climbing 4,600 turn back out towards Ventura and hold. If we look at our bottom of the chart here, that's in the box, right turn, hold left turn is 131. That checks out. Let's do a landing calculation. Gross weight is 133.2 right now. So let's go ahead and run the numbers.
Southwest 99 cross the Los Angeles COR at or maintain 6,000.
Cross LX at or was it below 6,000 for Southwest 99?
Southwest 99 at 6,000.
Alright, LX at 6,000, Southwest 99.
wouldn't say we can land there. No, we could definitely land there. 133.2.
American 1540 Heavy, climb and maintain 17,000. Delta 1337, clear direct kegs.
Delta 137, can you
What the heck is going on here? One minute, I'm
Delta
trying to see if we were
1337, proceed direct kegs.
Something
proceed
got
direct
glitched.
okay, Delta 37.
Controls frozen. Yeah.
JetBlue 315, good evening. We are at
We can't add a decimal point.
JetBlue 315, SoCal approach, Burbank altimeter 3003.
Oh, what?
3003.
Yeah, it's bugged out. It must be like bugged out.
Delta 8841, cross Los Angeles, COR, at and maintain 6,000. Cross Los Angeles 6,000, Delta 8841.
One, 3, 3, decimal.
Cactus 357 for in-trail spacing, reduce speed to 50 knots.
So at 250 knots, Cactus 357.
American 1540 Heavy, centers offline, radar service terminated, frequency change approved. Have a good flight.
Oh, we need variable at 0. That's dumb. Okay, there we go. Medium brakes, max reverse. Landing distance, 1,700 meters. Why is it meters? Factored 1.6, 1.4. So we've got it. We've got the distance. We should be able to stop.
Southwest 1053 SoCal departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 13,000.
Right hand turn immediately to
Delta 1337, climb and maintain flight level 230.
the gate.
Flight level 230, Delta 1337.
Thanks, Atlanta Zane. Yeah. We got you. 0 on the winds there for some reason. That's kind of weird. Oh, schedule check. Hold on.
American 416, contact LE Tower 120.905.
Over the tower 120.905. Good day, American 416.
Delta 1337, frequency, radar service terminated, frequency change approved. Have a good flight.
Thank you for your service. Have a good
All right, we're good. We good. I kind of want to juice up the. I was going to juice up the
Serving
LOD.
265, runway 15, taxi via Alpha, cross runway 8.
I need the frames for landing. Current time now 4:51. All right, perfect. So we need about 5. Should actually be pretty darn close to my actual arrival time.
Southwest 1053, turn left direct clipper.
What is your favorite part about being a pilot? At least favorite part. Well, honestly, my favorite part about being a commercial pilot now is being able to share what I have learned and the experiences that I have with other people that are equally excited. So like seeing kids come up to the flight deck, talking to people about aviation. I mean, that's why I stream, because I love it. I mean, y'all come in here with great questions, we have good conversation.
Southwest 99, expect vectors for the visual approach.
I love that part
8.
about being I love giving back. As far as like actually just being out flying a trip, my favorite part is go home day every day, man. Go home day, go home leg. Least favorite part would be the time away from home, man. Gotta get comfortable, especially when you're junior, being away from home. Having kids, having a family, it's very challenging. It's hard on the spouse, hard on the kids. So that would be the least favorite part. Phoenix CFB starts to bug out anymore. More than one leg. It happened to me all the time.
Cactus 357, cross Los Angeles VOR at and maintain 6,000.
Cross LA VOR at and maintain 6,000 for Cactus 357. It said 6,000 over LAX. It's kind of weird. 6,000
Southwest
on the
1053, radar service terminated, frequency change approved. Have a good flight.
Insert there, 6,000 is set. to start down. Water, good to see you, man. We are still alive, my man. We are still alive, and we are starting down. One last approach. I don't have time to go around, Chad, so we got to stick her down, put her on the ground, and go to work. Getting ready to go right over LA again. Are we over Long Beach? Where's Long Beach? Over here? Clouds are looking juice. Two guitar, I know, man. I love this. I love this livery. Blast from the past, dude. Use RTA in real life. Rahul, when you're doing track stuff or when you're going across the GOMEX routes or when you're going across water's airspace, we use RTA sometimes.
Fairway 265.
But domestic flying,
cleared for takeoff.
not really, unless, you know, be very, very rare. Most of that is for, you know, non-radar airspace. You got to cross XFIX, you got to cross reporting point at a certain time for spacing when there's non-radar. That's when the RTAs come in handy and they're much more popular. All right, 5 prior. Let's go ahead and manage it up.
SoCal departure, radar contact.
We'll go ahead and activate, confirm the approach phase. 250 knots. Lights are coming on. Flight attendants prepare for landing. Set manage speed. What speed do you want if I manage you up right now? Right now you would... No, we're not going to set manage speed yet. Crazy. We don't have time to go around. Should be a new shirt. Be a good merch line, wouldn't it?
5356 SoCal departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 13,000.
That's a cool view though, right there. That is cool. Are we flying over SNA? I think we're over the top of SNA, right? I'll be ready. Chop and drop, Karen. Chop and drop coming up. What will get officially, unofficially released the moment you pack the sim? 777 sim update 15.
36 heavy SoCal approach.
I don't think the 319 or 321 is going to get released right away. I think I got some time. But I have a feeling that 777 is going to drop very soon. I think sim update 15 is going to drop this week as well as the 777. So I will probably be in it. I wanted to have a 777 release party, like we did with the 7.3, but
Skyway 909
does not appear that is in the cards.
210 at 10, gust 18,
ETA
runway
for
20
Burbank.
right, clear to land.
Soon.
Hello.
0016, 16 minutes. And it's going to be
265,
shorter than
radar
that because
contact,
I don't think we're going to go
climb
all the way
maintain
out here on this approach.
13,000, stay altitude.
I'm probably going to get vectored in.
Fairway 265, turn right, heading 340.
Coming
Southwest
over LA
99,
again.
descend and maintain 3,300.
Descend and maintain 3,000.
That's cool. Going over the Indy builds, L8X. Sim update 15 is already scheduled for 5:23. Oh wow.
Southwest
I didn't know
99,
that.
turn
So
right,
that's
heading
like, what,
050,
4
port
days?
the field in sight.
Jeez, that's in 4 days.
050 will call this.
Yeah, so of course it'll be released when I'm not out. Cool. PMDG will give a 2 weeks notice. All right. I saw that they changed their thing to approach, like the 777 on approach on their Facebook page or something like that. So we know it's coming soon.
SoCal approach, LAL 303005.
The noise about PMDG said 2 months ago they were putting the finishing touches in place. 2 months is nothing. I think it's all had to do with Sim Update 15, man.
Direct raise.
I think they were waiting for Sim Update 15.
And all Nippon, say the numbers again.
Sir, all Nippon 106.
Nippon 106, SoCal approach. You're a little bit out of my range, so give me a call on about 60 miles.
We'll do it on Nippon 106.
Southwest 99 has a field.
Southwest 99, clear visual approach, runway 8.
Get a good gauge of runway.
Not image seeker. I'm
8841,
close.
just going to maintain 4,000.
I'm going to finish up the pod right now after the stream.
Southwest 5356, radar service terminated, frequency change approved. Have a good flight.
And we picked up the U-Haul truck today, so we're close, image seeker.
Alaska 882, expect ILS runway 25 left.
Kobaka, I'm really going to try, my man. It's 5 o'clock now. I'm probably going to need at least an hour
JetBlue 315 cross Los
to
Angeles
finish up the
VOR
pod
at
loading.
Maintain 6,000.
But after that, I'm going to get some food, and I'm really going to try. If we go live in the Duke,
JetBlue 315 cross
it'll
Los
probably
Angeles
be
at
last
and
minute. So
maintain
make sure your
6,000.
notifications are on so you don't miss it. But I'm going to try really hard to go live in the Duke Piston tonight. I kind of want to go to Kern Valley. We'll load up a flight. Try to get into Lima 05. Kern
Catches
Valley.
357, turn right.
There's a
heading
nice scenery on the
330
freeway too, so if you want to fly in there, it's on the flight sim
Cactus
TO.
357, turn right, heading 330.
Right turn 330, Cactus 357.
Southwest 99, wind calm, runway 8.
All right, right turn 330. So pay attention here, y'all.
Certainly. 265, centers offline, radar service terminated, frequency change approved. Have a good
I'm going
flight.
to shoot a line off Silex. Direct to Silex 256. Insert that. Boom. Select heading 330. Box has been cleaned up. Silex is at or above 3,700 feet. But remember, we got to be over the final approach fix fully configured, so we will be configuring early. This is not the 2,000 feet above situation. Oh, look at
Delta
this.
991, SoCal approach, are you on frequency? Delta 991, SoCal approach, good afternoon. Information November is current, altimeter 3005.
Oh, and let's launch G so I don't forget this time.
Delta 8841, turn right, heading 050, descend and maintain 3000, report the field in sight.
Okay, right turn 050, descend and maintain 3000, Delta 8841, report the field in sight.
Cactus 357, descend and maintain 4000.
Set and maintain 4,000, Cactus 357. 4,000 is set. Thrust throttle open, descent, down we go. The Bravo gets here today? Nice, man. All right, let's get the speed brake out, chop and drop. Here we go. Let's get on down, then we'll slow down. I'm going to run the time forward a little bit because I want to know what I'm really going to be landing here, probably closer this week at like 5:20.
Cactus 357, reduce speed 190 knots.
Slow to 190, Cactus 357.
And we got the field inside Delta 8841.
Speed brake
Delta
out.
8841, clear visual approach, runway 8.
Clear visual, runway 8, Delta 8841.
Got some chop over the hills here.
United 16, 36 heavy, expect vectors, ILS 24 right approach.
Phoenix minus 10 flaps 1.
Southwest 99, welcome to Burbank, exit right when able, taxi to parking.
Off the right side, parking Southwest 99, thanks.
4 flaps 2.
Cactus 357, turn right, heading 050, descend and maintain 3000, report the field in sight.
050 down to 3,000, report the field, Cactus 357. We're at 3,000 on thrust throttle open, descent. I got her out there, field side, Cactus 357.
Cactus 357, clear visual approach, runway 8.
Clear visual approach, runway 8, Cactus 357. All right, glide slope blue,
Lock to
local
82
Captain,
at
do Apollo
Tornado,
1
clear
plus
ILS
2, we're
25
slowing to
approach.
160 now. We're descending to 3,000. If we go back to our charts, Buddy was at 3, so that looks good. Remember, we got to be fully configured at Buddy. So we're slowing all the way up.
Delta 25, 23,
15 next minus 10, we'll go flaps 3 here at sequence. Just as a briefing on approach, as once a runway is assured, we are going to dip below the Pappies. We're going to probably come in 3 red there, maybe hit the 4 reds, but we won't do it till the landing is assured.
Delta 8841, wind 180 Atlanta, runway 8, clear to land.
There's
Runway
Loke
clear to
Star.
land, Delta 8841.
SoCal Delta Flight 23 on the Angel 4 over Can 21 for 12. We have
So
extra
about a
airport.
mile from Buddy. We're
Delta
going to go
2523, thanks
manage
for
speed,
SoCal
gear
approach,
down,
thanks
flaps
for
full.
X-ray, expect
Because we don't want to be flying around here fully configured in level flight if we can help it. So we're going to. Oh, that looks awesome.
Air Canada 968 Heavy, SoCal approach, LE altimeter 3006.
Flight slope star, manage speed, gear down, flaps full. Oh, that's awesome. Recording is on.
Texas 357, you're 5 miles in trail of the Delta Airbus ahead. Runway 8, clear to land.
Runway 8, clear to land, Texas 357. All right, landing check is cabin crew advised auto thrust. It is speed, auto brakes are
315, reduce
off. Cam memo landing on green, landing check is complete. We still got a little west.
Reduce speed 190 and decent maintain.
G's is on. You have G's. You can see G's. You like that, Onyx?
Delta 2523 at Circus, cleared ILS 2 for right approach.
Cleared ILS 2 for right approach, Circus.
I normally wrap my pinky. It's kind of hard to
Air
see.
Canada 968 Heavy at Circus, cleared ILS 25 left approach.
It gives me the little torque that I need. Or you can fly like this. 2 fingers. Got a right quartering tailwind. Beautiful. All right, chat. It's go time. Autopilot's coming off. Landing check is cabin crew advised. Auto thrust speed. Auto brakes are medium. Cam memo landing on green. Landing check is completed.
Right taxi park.
No floaties here, chat. No floaties. Looks like we're offset from the low here a little bit too.
Air 852 Papa Sierra, SoCal departure. You're cleared to the Lima 41 airport. As filed, climb and maintain 8,000, expect by level 290, 5 minutes after. Squawk 7637. Departure frequency is 128.05, hold for release.
Nice wind shift there, direct crosswind, 9 knots, 10 knots.
November 2 Papa Sierra, read that correct, report holding short of the runway, number 1 for departure, frequency change approved. Kepler 315, turn right heading 050, descend and maintain 3,000.
Turn right heading 050, descend maintain 3,000, Kepler 315.
Kepler 315, report to field and
That's all
sight.
we need is a nice burble there to get us high.
100 above.
Correcting. Alright, runway is assured.
Minimum
Landing. Keep dropping it down here, about a half dot low.
200.
Not quite a full dot. There you go. Let's go ahead and correct that. About a half dot low. Don't let her climb back up on you there.
100.
JetBlue 315, we do have the airfield in sight.
JetBlue 315, clear visual approach, runway 8.
30.
JetBlue runway 8, JetBlue 315.
Oh, that made up for the San Diego landing. Oh, we got such a shift to the left there with the left rudder. It was like full left rudder. It barely. Oh, there is crosswind. Auto brake off. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you go to
357,
Burbank.
turn right, taxi to parking. Thanks for flying.
Right turn over to parking. Thanks for the ATC, CAX 3%. That might be one of our better Burbank landings, chat. Clean her up. 3-minute cooldown. Alpha 3, Southwest merger confirmed. We're going to leave the lights on because we're going right to replay mode, like I said, because I've got a lot to do. That was worth going the extra 40 minutes or whatever on the stream to get that approach in. If only I can do that in real life on Saturday, or correction, on Friday, that would be great. Boop. Brakes are set. We're not going to shut her down. Let's get right into it, chat. Let's watch that. Let's disconnect from the sim. Again, I'll check my... Oh, so you can see here. Well, we got 41 feet per minute, 1.05 G. A little bit of a right side slip. That crosswind came out of nowhere, man. We touched down. I was like full left rudder. I couldn't even get the nose over. That might have been a little Microsoft. We need some update 15. This says one bounce. We'll see. I'll tell you what, though. Maybe one bounce because it was so dang smooth. 41 and 1.05 in Burbank? Yeah. I'll be happy with double that. To put it in perspective, my real world landing yesterday was really, really smooth. It was 77 feet per minute and 1.1 G. So that one, you probably wouldn't even felt it. Let's give it a shot. Replay. Engage. Parking brake off. Flaps coming out. I will have to, well, let's see. Depending on how I land, I'll maybe show you all the load 15 report of my real landing in Burbank. If it's a good one, I will show y'all on Friday. I'll post in the Discord. All right, let's zoom it forward. Let it load in here for a minute. Look behind the airplane, makes it load in a little better. Voluntary curfew sign? Yeah, you can't depart or land after a certain time. I can't, but like 10 p.m. Something like that. Yeah, you can hear the RAs. Isn't that cool? Fenix wing flex spot on. Kissed it. That one said 38 feet per minute. Got the nose down on center line, but it was fight. It was a fight for sure. Let's get the spoiler stowed. Watch it from outside. Yeah, we did have a little bit of a crab there, didn't we? Let's see this. This ought to be the views here. I'm going to do it with frame gen off here so we can see it actually touch down. Oh my goodness. Look, that one even says 38 feet per minute. Absolute Garisa. I don't even want to watch the San Diego one. I don't even want to watch the San Diego landing. Let's do a flyby. A touchdown right here, right at our Charlie 8 ref point. That little gust right over the threshold kind of got us high. We had to restabilize. Let's listen to this. Yeah, look at that crab. I mean, 15 knot direct crosswind there. Jeez. I mean, we just walked it on. We just walked it on, chat. There was nothing. I might save that one. Let's watch it in slow-mo. We'll zoom in. I'm going to turn frame gen off. And we're going to watch it slow speed. Oh my goodness. The struts didn't even flex. Oh, there they go. There's the weight on wheels. There's real time. I mean, yeah, the wheels didn't even literally just butter it on. All right, let's see. Let's pause. Pause it all. I'm actually gonna save this replay. So we're gonna save that as Burbank landing GOAT. That is saved. What do we got? 5 gifted memberships from Maddie K. My man, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, Maddie K. Thank you for that. Very, very kind of you for supporting the channel and gifting 5 more memberships. Thank you, thank you. All right, let's load into San Diego here. It's going to take a minute. Let's go ahead. Let's get everything reset. Our flaps, our spoilers, our park brake. Now I believe you're a real pilot. Where did G see the bounce? I think it was so smooth I thought it was a bounce. I couldn't believe it. It thought the compression of the struts was a bounce because it was so freaking smooth. That's what it was, man. Absolute butter. Now this one was not. This one we were late on the flare. Late on the flare. It's gonna take a minute for the sim to load in, so just don't mind our blocky view here.
200.
That's pretty ugly. It looks like X-plane. Oh god. Oh gosh, we're in X-plane again. Trailing edge view. This one again, we were late on the flare. G's gave us a 290 and 1.16. 290, 1.16 on that one. Let's see what it looked like from now that we're loaded in here. Let's see what she looked like. Oh, yeah, see, I had it, and we kind of skip-hopped it. Look, every time, if you guys ever get a bounce and you wonder why you're bouncing, every time, without fail, this is how physics works here. If you are actively flaring and you are driving those mains down as you impact the runway, the likelihood of you going back airborne is like 90%. Look what happens. Actively flaring. I have to go back a little bit further. Oh, that's too far. Coming down, coming down. I need more flare, 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 flare. Oh, bang. There we go. A little bit. I mean, that wasn't even a bounce, but it was definitely a hopper. So, and that's because of just the flare. I should have started. Let's see if we can assess here. I think we were a little bit unstable coming across. Yeah, I just needed more flare. See how flat I am? Flat, late. But, I mean, we're being pretty critical. But definitely flat and late on the flare. That's what caused that little bit of a skip-hop jump. We'll do one more here, and then we're going to watch the Burbank one again to end the stream because that one was just a goat. That was good. And I'm going to get out of here, and I'm going to go load the pod. So, Abdilo just stopped in. Captain going to send you an updated file by private from the scenery. Ooh, Abdilo. Send it my way, my man. I can't wait. Average the landing down at DCA at about 400 Buckeye flight. Yeah, we don't talk about the DCA landing, all right? We don't talk about that. I just arrived. Great to catch you live. It looks like I'll be heading back to the start once you wrap up here. Vega, we're wrapping up, my man. I love how the tail is like fluttering. Fresh in. Spoilers. Reverse green. D-cell. I mean, it's San Diego. I'm not going to beat myself up over that one. All right. But I am going to end with a good one. Let's load the GOAT. Replay engage. I'm going to leave you with this, a full replay shot going all the way in. I'm going to get the camera set up here so you don't have to hopefully look at nothingness. It's going to load in. It's going to take a minute. It's going to look ugly here. Let the sim load up, catch up. Y'all, that's it though. That's going to wrap it up here for today. I am going to try really hard to do a late night Duke stream going to Kern Valley, Lima 05. But if I don't see you tonight, I will see you tomorrow for our final stream at some point. For the time being. Thank you all for the support. Thank you all for the membership gifts, for the donos, for the super chats. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for hitting the like button. Always fun to end the stream with more likes than we had viewing, so it means y'all are coming in and supporting the channel. I appreciate each and every single one of you. Until the next one, y'all, stay safe, stay healthy, butter those Burbank landings. I'm V1. See you in chat. Soup!